loved, and then I went, oh, I'll end the broadcast now, and I looked down and it was still glowing green with the big start broadcast button, and I've gone, oh crap.
Everyone knows how to fast forward anyway.
Well, they would have fast forwarded a lot. That was the last game that we played, which was just mining. Yeah, well, it was a couple of months ago. But that was how I always planned these games this year, Dave. I absolutely need the time off in between.
Yeah, no, I'm not having a go at you. I was just saying it was a while ago. In fact, it was so long ago I forgot my character's name. It was embarrassing.
Your character's name was Greldeck.
Ah, of course it was.
Okay, for the people that are here and can use, what's it called? Fantasy Grounds. What you need to do is you need to click on the join button when you start it up.
Yep.
And hang on a moment because I need to find the host address.
Put it
Okay.
in the chat so we can cut and paste it. That'll stop me having a dyslexic moment.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to give you my IP address, but I give you an alias which will work just as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scared of the ping flood?
Well, it is going out publicly.
Well, you
God,
should
I
have
hope
started
that's
so
right.
soon.
Well, actually, I don't think it is going out publicly. I think it's only going out publicly on my podcast. Okay, they're the words in exactly the same sort of format that you need to type into the host address or alias, if there's an alias.
What's the username?
That's whatever username you want to be known as, Dave.
Oh, okay. And host address are those 4 letters you got. Okay.
Well, they're not letters, they're words. I know when you string letters together, you get words, Dave.
Really?
Classic night.
You must be a teacher to know that.
Not always.
Excuse me, Neil.
I'm downloading files. I've missed you terribly,
It says
Mark.
could not connect to the host. Check the address and try again.
Okay, let me go and double check it then.
Working for me.
It's working for you?
Well, it says downloading files.
Okay. Make sure you spell it correctly and in the same case, Dave, even if you have to cut and paste it from there.
I did cut and paste it, but I'm thinking maybe I've got space on each side of it or something.
Things can be finicky about that.
Loud monk rich roll. Nucleator connected.
Password.
Fantasy Grounds loading. Please wait. Traveller.
Dave's connected.
There we go. Loading. Please wait. There we go. Traveller. Bom, bom, bom.
I like
Now,
the interface. It's cool.
Oh, yeah, this is... Quite honestly, when I reviewed it and when I played with it, it's two different feelings. When I reviewed it, I went, yeah, it's a bit fiddly, yeah, I'd rather roll 20. But I gave it a good review because it's a good tool. But then when I played with it, it cuts down on so much work for me. It's just amazing. I really love this, and especially for Traveller. Neil, you should have up in the upper right corner, you should have PCs.
Oh, yeah?
If you click
I'm
in
a
there,
Yeah.
you will find that you can't have Zap or Sika Louis Au, but you can look at the others and make your choice from them.
Looking.
And these character sheets are really cool, and I'll show you why. And this, Tom, is why I'll screen share it soon, but this is why I want to change to this.
So I clicked it and nothing has happened.
What? Oh, you're looking at Katie and Belton?
Double click apparently. Yes, alright.
Oh, that's a she.
I see it's working.
You'll notice down the right-hand side you've got main,
Yeah,
skills,
the
inventory.
tabs.
She got mustered out really early.
She did, didn't she?
Yeah. She spent one term as a diplomat and then
She's all
got
kinds of
refused
not very
re-enlisted.
Okay.
Okay, so hop out of her.
How do you... Oh, there we go. Release. Gotcha.
I must admit, I watched the introduction video of them playing a game of D&D with us and was pretty impressed with it.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, like I said, I reviewed it and I thought, nah, Roll20's way better, but wow, I'm really loving it. It cuts down the amount of clicks and the confusion for me by 50 to 60%.
Oh, it's nothing worse than a confused DM.
Right.
It's a very bad thing.
But that's not necessarily true.
That's right, the players get it over them.
Exactly.
Okay, with these ones you can actually see term by term how they went, what they did, all that sort of stuff under the career label.
This guy has an age of 0.
Hey Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, does he? Hang on, I'll fix it.
Darian Star.
Oh, Darian Star, right, you've moved on. Hang on.
Yeah.
Darian Star, he was the last one I made. So how many terms was he in for? 2. So he has an age of 26. How did you put the yeah.
All I did was click on picks. I grabbed a one that I liked and I just dragged and dropped it into the square in the character sheet.
Okay, where's picks?
Nice.
Top left, right hand corner of the screen, pick an icon next to RGB. Hang on, I'll screen share.
I don't get it. I don't get that.
Hang on. I'll turn on my screen share. Oh, hit the right button, David. Right, I don't know if you can see my screen now. Yep.
Oh yeah, you
All
got
I did
picks
was
there.
click on picks, which is this one over here, and then I just grabbed an icon and dragged it into...
Okay, well that's interesting. I don't have that option.
Huh. Maybe that's because you're the boss.
It's assumed you know.
I like how I just double-click shotgun and it makes my roll for me.
I noticed that.
I still don't know what all these other... Oh, look, I've got a floating dice.
I'm going to go with Darian Star, if that's okay.
So, lower third, I better turn that on.
The picks thing is not working for me. Joy.
Right.
Everybody's dropped out, Dave.
Mark has left us. Tom's still there though, aren't you, Tom?
Yep.
Ah, the
I'm not connected to the Fantasy Grounds thing, so I don't know if that caused a
No,
problem.
that's dropped out either. I assume Mark's lost his connection.
Okay,
Here
it
he comes.
booted me out.
We
You
were
should
just
be able
saying
to
whether you'd lost your fantastic NBN connection or not.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently I did. I don't know why. I went over and had a look at it. It was all things running. So you should be able to reconnect in.
All seeming okay at my end. Ah, it's dumped me out of the game too. That explains it.
Yeah, when you dropped out, Mark, we got dumped out of.
Yeah, that's because my computer actually acts
Yeah.
as the server for the game.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Which makes sense. Which would explain why I couldn't add a pick or do anything with my character after you got dumped, which I hadn't noticed.
Yep.
Cool.
Good.
So I'll try joining again.
That will be the way to go. Darian Stars rejoined.
Now, still not allowing me to add his picture. It may be a wine bottler thing. Maybe.
You'll have to ask Dave how to do that because I've got no freaking idea.
My God.
Scott! Yay!
Do you know, I don't know what the hell happened then. Google just decided to do weird things to me. It's the
Where's
best.
my character gone?
Did it involve Vaseline?
Could have.
Oh, I
that's
know.
horrible.
Okay,
Getting set up.
yeah, no worries.
I just realised I have to log in with the same name or else I don't get my character.
Yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, I tried to change it to my character's name and I wasn't there.
Oh, I could have cleared the character and you could have taken it over as Grill Deck, but it doesn't matter. You're in now.
That's alright. I've got my name on the lower third there, so.
This guy doesn't have a birth or home world.
Yeah, because I didn't add it. You can. Have you seen my Barthoon system map? Probably not.
Yep.
Nope. Okay. Well, that means I need to do what I was doing anyway. Bear with me for a tick.
The high industrial world for me and also I come from me.
So you're playing a jack of all trades again, Dave?
Yep. I'm pretty good at it. I'm very good at
Nothing
opening
changes.
doors. Fantastic door opener. Been my best traveller career.
Did it open to vacuum?
No. It saved the party from being eaten by crab things a few times.
Oh, well, that's always handy.
Hang on.
I'm pretty close. That's what I'm after.
Do we need to get anything up and running, Mark?
You got Fantasy Grounds up?
Hang on 2 ticks. So double clicking on Fantasy Grounds, and I've got the start page, join game, load demo campaign, yada yada yada.
Okay, go join game.
Join game.
Choose a
got
username. Choose a username you want to go by.
Okay. Yep.
And in the network address, put loud. Oh, I've forgotten. Loud monk
Rich roll.
rich roll. As in
Rich.
ROLL.
Or you can just cut and paste it out of the chat.
Yeah, he won't have it in chat.
Okay. And now what do I do? Start.
Yep.
Cool. Connecting. Error. Could not connect to host. Check the address and try again.
Yeah, hang on, I'll
Hang
just
on.
paste it.
Loud monk rich.
There you go.
Okay.
Cut and paste that.
Well, thank you.
Don't have any spaces either side because that bounced on me because I accidentally had a space.
Okay. Yoink. Oh, you know what I've done? I've put the all one word.
Ah, Yes. Okay.
That would
That'll
do
do
it. Alright, so now I will attempt to connect again. Start.
Copy.
Connecting. Looking more hopeful. I hope. Oh,
Finally.
loading,
Hey,
please wait.
hey. How we
G'day.
going?
Same
Nah.
problem as last time.
Okay, well, so did Scott this time, so I don't know what's going on.
Good stuff.
Using this.
It's like anything, just a few teething problems.
And I also got dumped as well.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Sorry your relationship's broken up, matey.
Oh, you're hilarious.
Oh, cool. So do I select Seeker?
Okay. Yes.
I start up the Roll20 as normal.
No, Roll20 is not being used. Fantasy Grounds.
Oh, that's right. That's why I could put it on. Right. So
Get with
just
the
start up Fantasy
program,
Ground.
Steve.
Sorry, just finishing this lead.
Okay, how do I do this whole selecting of characters?
Okay.
I opened up PCs and can see my character there, but I'm clicking on it and nothing's happening.
Righto,
Double click.
hang on.
Double click.
Double click.
I double click. It's thinking.
And it should appear in the top bar.
No.
Try right click.
What's the host address to join the game?
Loud space monk space rich space roll as in roll a dice and then hit enter.
Loud Monk Rich Roll.
Oh, hello. There I am. I don't exactly know what I did different that time, but there you go.
Space monkey connected. Alright.
Book.
Okay. I have been trying to find my image folder, but it's not playing fair. In other words, my computer has outsmarted me.
Excellent. So
Oh, Tom's
my
having
character's
problems.
in here somewhere.
Tom can't use it, unfortunately.
Okay.
So he'll be using,
Hardware impossibility,
yeah.
pretty much.
Right.
Oh, sorry, Tom. How are you?
No, not too bad, thanks.
That's good.
Just not a gamer or anything that ever requires fancy graphics, so I never bother with graphics cards or anything. So.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not really. I don't understand why it requires a fancy graphics card because there are no real.
It requires something fancier than the piece of crap that the Intel Extreme Graphics 2 chipset apparently is. So.
I think it could actually be more to do with
it just needs a something else.
it could be more to do with DirectX, Tom.
Yeah, don't think
Yeah.
so. Because
Okay.
DirectX is up to date, so that works all right. Just anything that requires fancy.
DirectX on XP.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I've chosen Zap, but I can't seem to get him to go anywhere.
Double click him.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, there he is.
Now I've got to try and find the icons folder.
I fixed my Hangout toolbox issue too.
Cool.
Ah.
Oh crap. I mean, oh golly gosh.
Never a good sign when the game master's saying stuff like that.
Oh no, it's alright. I'm just trying to get stuff to work. I'm not sure whether it will or not. Whether you can put a picture up or not, it's fine. Now, Tom, what sort of character do you want?
You say we can have the same ones as last time?
Oh, so you want the same one as last time, even though I read that you went a new one, but can I have a copy of the last one? Right. I understand. It's okay. I should have read.
I'm pretty sure I would have taken the lazy option and kept the same one, but anyway.
Lazy option.
Luckily enough, I actually.
If you don't have it and another one's easier, that's
no,
fine.
I did a screenshot of your character, so you will be able to see your character. Just let me edit it with GIMP and I'll chop it down so it's just the character.
Usually I type them in and just like type in the basics in my character text file here, but it looked like I didn't.
That's alright. It's okay. I was prepared for this eventuality, Tom. Almost.
You're a genius.
Good. Oh, pics.
Selection. Right, screenshot. Right. How is the easiest way for me to do this? Yeah, there's not going to be any catty type ones for you, unfortunately. I've been busy coming up with plots and other stuff before getting.
No, that's okay. I have actually got a picture, but I don't know if we can use it. So that's okay. I can leave myself blank.
Okay. How do I mail something? Still not use share with. Why doesn't it say share with email? I don't know. I should have your email somewhere, don't I, Tom?
AussieVamp2@gmail.com. That's what I usually use for games.
AussieVamp. AussieVamp.
So it should be in yours there, for sure.
Gmail.com, yeah, but for some reason I don't have it. I don't have it on this. I think I've got it on the Linux version, but not Windows. Character. Okay, I'm attaching a character and sending it to you.
Sweet.
It's a picture of a character, basically, but...
Yep. This time I will definitely type it in.
Okay.
I should even do one of those traveller business cards for it.
Yeah, well, I think that's where she came from originally.
Yeah, when you roll up batches, probably. Yeah.
Okay, I've sent it. You should have it very shortly. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to screen share my thing and show you a few things, although it looks like some of you are experimenting already, so that's a good thing. Okay. Fantasy Grounds. Let's have a look here. Screen share. Fantasy Grounds. Now, my Fantasy Grounds is going to look slightly different to your Fantasy Grounds. Because because I'm the GM and hang on, is my wife listening to me? And I forked out $140 for it. So I deserve extra icons, you freeloaders.
You do.
I paid $140, God damn it! I want more icons.
That's exactly right. So you will see here that I have, a few more things. Now, the first thing that I suggest you do is set up some dice rolling buttons. Now, these things down here, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, are designed for buttons. To get 2 dice to roll, what you do is you click and hold to pick up the one single dice down there, and then you right-click and it'll give you 2 dice. Okay, you then drag that into one of the boxes, like 3, and you'll see 2 ghost dice appear. Okay. Now, sometimes you need to roll 1 die, or some of you have weapons that do 3 dice, etc. Then you might want to set up 1 or 3 dice, etc., stuff like that. Now, I can roll a dice here, but none of you will see it apart from the screen share. But if I really want you to see it, I roll it in the box. Okay. And because I'm the referee, you probably don't see it anyway. You just see that I am rolling a dice, but you don't see the result. Now, your characters are all set up. So, who doesn't mind if I show their character online to anybody?
Go for
I
it.
don't mind.
Okay.
Thank you. No.
I'll take Grelbeck. Well, your character isn't up here, Tom, because I expected you to take someone different. So
Sure.
we'll go with Grelbeck. Okay, Grelbeck's got his strength, dexterity, endurance, intelligence, education, social standing, which is translated into his UPP here. So you can see the actual numbers here, social standing of 11, but the hexadecimal of B is located up here. So Grelbeck is actually a knight, believe it or not. Now,
Lord,
Sir Greldeck.
Now, all of your weapons should be listed on the front of your character here, the ones that you own. Now, if you want to roll a weapon check, okay, you simply double-click the name of it, and it rolls it. It tells you what your attack chance is here, okay, and that factors in all of your, your dex bonus and your strength and all that sort of stuff. So, although I can't see it, you need to say, righto, I need a 6+, which I might apply modifiers for. But we'll go into it a little bit more. Okay, say we're rolling our shotgun. We'll go into the info button, and that brings up some details about the shotgun, which I've painstakingly done for every character today. Now,
Massacre.
okay, yeah, I am a masochist, but there you go. So we've got our stats in here, and that tells us all about the gun, what size it is, how many rounds per clip you've got, and all that sort of stuff. The die modifiers are here. So say we're looking at range, and you say, what range is it? And I go, it's medium range. Double-click medium range, or why isn't that working? Hang on, medium. No? It should be logging in there. Okay, grab it, put it in the modifier. Okay, drag it down there. What armor's the guy wearing? Why, he's wearing reflect armor. Okay, so we put that in there. And then we decide we're going to roll our shotgun skill. We can either go here and maybe roll that? No, okay. Go back here, roll that, and it applies the +8 to it. Okay, 5 + 1 + 8. So you got a 14.
Right.
Okay. So that's how you do that sort of stuff. When we go, yeah, well done, Dave, that's a hit, he goes, cool, here's my damage. Okay, by double clicking on the damage section. Yep. Your skills don't work as well, unfortunately. I was hoping that you could go like that and it would roll it. But if you do double click on the number of the skills, so Dave's got Jack of all trades 3, you will see that what happens down here is it automatically puts the modifier in down the bottom left hand corner. So then all he has to do is roll 2 dice and up comes the modifier. Okay, 8 + 3 is 9. Oh, that's right, I'm going to fly my ship's boat. So I double click that and then the dice. Okay, and we get 5.
Okay.
I can't see what's on your sort of screen in these sections, so you can pile up what you want. I might share images with you, okay, which will be me going, oh, go away, Fox, there we go. I'll go, I want to show you Siberius, which is the planet you're heading to. So I'll come here and I'll say share this with everybody, and you'll have that appear on your screen. Now, whether you want to keep Siberius on your screen or not, you'll see I'll turn mine off, but yours will still be there, so you'll get to be
Just disappeared.
Oh, did it? Okay, we'll
Yeah.
go into images on the side, and you should see that it's in there now, because it's shared with you.
Images. FX?
Okay, no, is there a thing on the side that says...
We don't have an images button.
I haven't got an images button.
I've got library and info.
I've got
Okay,
pics.
fair enough. Yeah.
No, pics is just the portraits.
Yep.
Selection mode. Taken target, taken... No, that's not what I want. Oh, well, I don't know. If I take it off you, then tough luck, I take it off you. I am such a lucky person. Oh, hang on, preload image. Maybe that works differently. Did it disappear from your screens then?
It did.
Oh, okay. Fine, well then you have to put up with that. Last time they didn't, so I'll look into that. So I share images with you like that. I normally leave them up anyway, so you'll be able to shut them down if you want, or whatever. If you want to type like you do in Roll20, sometimes when you're getting bored, you just type in here, like, I'm bored. Okay, and it will come across, sort of thing. I can do stuff, so I've got control of lighting, so when we move into the sexy boudoir scene, I'll change the lighting of your screens to reflect the passionate love that we all have. I've got a combat tracker too, which I'm not sure whether it includes you guys in or not, but okay, if I put stuff in here, like your character sheets and stuff, and delete that one. Okay, do you see stuff when I do this? Does something come up in your screen, in your chat that says zap there?
Yep.
Okay, so that tells you it's your turn. If you're not paying attention, I can go and do this, which is, okay, GM, I'm going to combat. I'm going to put a bell on you every turn it is. So we go back to combat, and I go, and Zap would have gotten a bell. Then I go to, oh, hang on.
Oh, my ears! No, okay.
And then we go to Seek, who should have just received a dinging sound.
Yep, I got a ding sound.
Grell Deck, and then
I
Darian.
didn't
So
get it. Sound.
you didn't, Dave? Of course,
No.
of course it'd be Dave. Okay. Well, I don't know with you, Dave. You
Doesn't matter, but I saw, I can see it in the chat there, so
yeah.
I'm sure if it's my turn, he'll be yelling at me.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. And I think that's pretty much the standards of how you use Fantasy Grounds. But you can see that that character sheet is just such a bloody improvement over Roll20 for you guys, at least, anyway. Mind you, character sheets are coming out in Roll20 shortly anyway, so who knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So could I just ask a couple of questions?
Yes.
Why is my dex changed and I don't have one of my skills?
Okay, what skill don't you have? And what was your dex?
Okay, my dex is actually a C.
C? Righto.
And I have snub pistol, shotgun, Vaxu, prospect is the one that's missing. And I don't have trader.
You don't have trader? Okay. So you had no trader.
Yeah, don't
What
I've got
skill are you missing?
prospect.
Prospect. That's because that doesn't exist in Classic Traveller, as far as I know. Or is that a citizen supplement?
Delta.
Delta supplement.
So that's my class, my service.
Okay.
Well, just put them down and I'll just say that's my Delta one and that's all cool, but I just need to know that that's all.
Delta. What's the chance? Looking. You're a belter, aren't you?
Yes, as.
Hmm.
My stats are still slightly different. I'm actually less on the strength. I'm 6 C7, 6 C5.
6 C7.
6 C5. I'm not as intelligent as that guy.
6 C5.
5, yeah.
Righto.
Thank you.
Alright. Bear with me for 2 seconds. I just need to look at. Where are we? Delta. Prospecting. Oh, there you go. I'm completely and utterly lying. I'll fix that for you.
Thank you very much.
Was it only one?
Just one. Yep. No, all my skills are only one.
Okay.
Thank you.
That should be better. I'll just answer a question that I've had from Stuart McDermott, who played with us last time. Who asked whether this is the same game as we played last time. So, yeah. An invite. Right.
Oh, I'm trying to get the dice buttons to work.
Same.
Don't press on the ghosted dice. Press aside from the ghosted dice.
No, I'm actually trying to just get the 2 dice into the button. Because, what have I done?
Dice on that. Yeah, this is sweet.
Ah,
Damage. Cool. Let me see it.
sorry, rage quit.
Right, quit.
Would it be likely we're going to use our blade weapons? I don't have skill, but I do have a blade and a sword, dagger and a sword.
Okay, it's possible.
Okay.
Who knows? If
Okay.
it comes to that, they will.
Just
Or
don't
you
have
can pack them in. All you need to do is right-click on the front of your character sheet and say create new item, and you can put those bits and pieces in if you want.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
I
back.
have no idea what I'm doing.
Don't you, Neil?
I'll
Why
figure
not?
it out as we go.
Okay. Are we pretty much ready to get started?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
In
I'll
the
put
grand
them there.
tradition of winging it.
In the grand tradition of winging it, which is pretty much what Traveller is, in fact. All the preparation I've done left me about 20 minutes to write the plot, so here we go. Okay, so
Don't be that.
where are we? Greldeck, Sir Greldeck, and Zap.
Yes.
It's been 2 years since the events on Findria. Oh, that's right. I was going to show Neil the system map because we haven't seen the system map before. He hasn't anyway. Okay, let's see if we can make that.
Did it?
No, it's not going to let me fit it to the thing. Right, awesome. Because that's a lot bigger. So you can scroll around this map by using that sort of thing, and that's the system map that you're doing. Last time we played up here in
Can't see
Findria.
a thing. Can't see a thing.
Oh, that's because I haven't shared it with you.
That'll do it.
Cool.
Okay. So,
Cool.
Yep.
this is the system map. You can use that little icon down in the bottom right corner of it to scroll around the map. Okay, because for some reason this version, the Traveller version, doesn't like resizing. So they started in the top left-hand corner in Findria, where what happened was they were part of a dust mining organisation who went dust mining through sand because there was a rare element or component inside a rare compound in the sand that was worth a lot of money. And in essence, what happened was, whilst they were out there, the captain turned a bit crazy and got basically swapped in at the very last moment. In fact, there was a lot of swapping in crew right at the very last moment. They went out, hit a massive sandstorm. After the sandstorm, they found out a couple of murders, or a murder had gone on. So they were investigating for who the murderer was, and pretty much after that, they crashed, or the big sort of sand mining, because it was a ground ship, essentially crashed through some massive area. There was a lot of nervousness on the part of the engineers, etc., because they got stuck in an exploding portion of the ship. They made it down and they found that they were in some massive, long forgotten factory. And they found out that the captain of the ship was in fact a Darien spy, or what are they called? They are called Darians, aren't they?
Darien ship.
No, sorry, Villani spy.
Of Alani.
She was a Villani spy. Trying to find this in fact, this very installation, because it is an ancient jump factory. Zap shot the control cube for the factory as the Villani captain went for it, and became basically a system hero overnight, as did Sir Greldeck. Now, Seeker, you pretty much ducked off after that, but you three characters have the ability to add 2 skills, or add 2 points, 2 ranks in skills onto your current values. Okay, because it's been 2 years. Now, Sir Greldeck and Zap, you two have been touring the system. I'll say to you, Tom, by the way, seeing that you're playing the same character. So it's actually you three, so Greldeck, Zap, and Tom's character, who is named, I had it with me a couple of moments ago, bear with me a tick.
Oh, it hasn't turned up, it seems. Did you actually see it?
Yeah, Decker. Hang on, it should be there. Let me go back and check my email.
Gmail hates you too, or hates me.
I didn't send it via Gmail, but send it via...
Gmail hates you. That's right.
Okay, new email. Aussie Vamp, all one word. AUSS VAMP at gmail.com.
Yep.
And we'll attach.
It's Decker, that's it, right?
Yep. And send. Okay, I've sent that off again. So Tom's character Decker, Sir Greldeck, and Zap, you've been touring basically the system, being ferried from planet to planet, being shown off as heroes in the fight against the Villani threat, who were obviously trying to invade the Barthoon system. All of your travel has been, how do we put it, has been paid by the government of the Fel 6, who are a political organisation, and they're based in Fel, obviously. You're coming towards the end of your tour of the planets. Obviously, it takes a long time to get around most of the planets that you're allowed to get around in a system. Lots and lots of talk shows, all that sort of stuff that you've been doing. When you come to the planet Siberius, which is one of the southernmost planets, you'll find it at the southernmost point, pretty much in the middle. Okay. Siberius is a water planet, completely and utterly made of water. So, hence the picture of Siberius I showed you earlier on.
Water world.
It's a water world, indeed. Okay, and you three fly down to the surface, and you're taken down to the surface of Siberius. You're met by a bodyguard by the name of Earline Wu. I'll put that into chat just so you can go, how the hell do I spell that? And I will dismiss any. Actually, I'll put it into chat on Fantasy Grounds. Who's a crack military operative, but also a member of the Fel religion. Now, the Fel 6 are actually 6 planets that all follow the same religion. They're considered a bit almost cultish. They're very sort of internal. They hate aliens with a passion.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, they are extremely xenophobic. In the major system politics, they always advocate. They're one of 3 major powers. There's the the traditionalists, or the wheel, which is the Barthoon system, who have ruled traditionally for a long time, and they have massive amounts of support. There are the mechanists, who believe in advancement, or for the sake of advancement almost, but also in moving forward, where the traditionalists are a bit more conservative and nervous about moving forward, and they like committees and papers about things, and then they like to make committees to consider the papers that they've got before they do anything, whereas the mechanists go, yeah, all right, have a committee, but let us, act on the paper that comes out of it. And the Fel Six are very religious, and they tend to side with the mechanists, but they don't have the political clout to get anything done overall. But the mechanists don't side with them on the side of race, because there's basically a colony of Villani, there's a colony of Aslani, there's a colony of Varg, there's also a colony of Hivers that are pretty much near this sort of area of space. So, so they're not real sort of happy about doing those sorts of things with them. However, you're here in Siberius, which is the last spot on your tour, and it'd be rude not to sort of show up and show the people from Fel 6, yeah, we're the heroes that stopped the Villani invasion, etc. And you're invited down under because this water world doesn't have settlements on top of the sea, it has settlements under the sea. And so you're both, or all three of you are put up into accommodation that looks lovely like this, or because it's a huge resort type world. Okay.
Nice.
And pretty much that's how they market themselves. And there's some sort of real nice sort of resorts that exist at the bottom of the sea and near the top of the sea, where the coral reefs have almost broken through to the surface. But pretty much you're staying in some pretty stylish resorts and meeting with some pretty powerful people. Now, where are we? That's not what I'm after. Is this what I'm after? The rest of you. Okay, so that's where you are. You're currently doing the tour and the rounds of vid stations and hollow stations, and saying yes, how you were terribly worried, and the Villani woman was obviously going to go crazy and you had to do it, and yes, she definitely said that she was going to invade the system, which is pretty much something that they've been talking about. However, in the past, and this is where you come into this, Seeker,
Yep.
you have been put into or you've been given a mission, basically, which involves you going to Siberius. A group of Aslani went missing in Siberius recently. Now, after they sort of looked at it, and the reason this came to surface is because it was actually a diplomat's niece that is based in Bafun, and she was sent over there because, it's all pretty, and go look at the underworld cities and stuff like that, and you have the best time and whatnot. And they went missing. No contact with the group. They just seemed to disappear from their resort. Nobody knows why. Okay. The Aslani intelligence agency that you may or may not work for, they will not admit that you're an employee.
I'm a solo agent, aren't I?
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right. You're James Bond. Yep. In essence, the agency that you work for did some research, and they found that quite a few Aslani have gone missing there. But because they weren't terribly influential, it was all sort of written off. And then as they sort of, dig a little bit deeper, they find that they've been, a lot of alien races have been offered discount rates to arrive in Siberius. And perhaps about 10% of those that arrive vanish.
Excellent. I think we should look into this.
You're being sent in officially, mind you. They're doing this all open and above board. You're going in as a member of the government, practically, to investigate the missing niece. So they're going to sort of suggest that you're a member of that sort of regard. Now,
because I'm the diplomat.
Yes, absolutely.
Good on you, Ricky.
Now you fly into system when you see Siberius, the beautiful blue jewel that it is, to join forces in the investigation. that the Siberius government seriously undertaking currently. You're assigned a liaison called Maple Jet, and Maple looks like. Hang on. This one. There we go, there and there. This is Maple. He's
Oh,
a
hang on.
member of. He's a member of the Siberius Religious Sect Investigation Order.
Is that from
Nice.
Brazil?
No, quite possibly.
So, okay. So why's he got the helmet?
Essentially, he comes up to you in
Party hat.
in a ship's boat to your ship that orbits the planet. There are no starports on the planet, so they need to come up to meet you. Where are we? Down in Siberius has a C-grade starport that orbits the planet, but you need to get into a specialised ship to actually approach the cities because those cities are underwater, in essence.
Okay. So what was it? What communication do I have with? Do I have other diplomats that are on world?
Pretty much.
Or is it just going to be me?
Pretty much, you're it until Dan turns up or somebody else.
Right. Okay.
I may NPC a couple of people along with you. You are actually part of a retinue of people that have come from Bethune as well.
Okay.
Because they're quite concerned that one of their diplomats who have come to this system in, peace and well-being and good-natured, you've got a few lackeys around you that are kissing your ass pretty much.
Cool.
Because they're very, very concerned that you've been, you've been wronged, in essence.
Right.
Okay. So, you... where am I? Why am I not getting the picture I want?
So where are the others? They're all on planet, are they?
Yes, they're already on planet. And they're
The
only
highlight,
just...
hotel.
They won't find out about it because it's not news there at all. As many disappearances are. A lot of the media here is sort of like media in North Korea.
Right.
Or Canberra.
Okay. At the moment.
Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much where it is. But you, in essence, leap aboard, or you come to the ship's boat, and the ship's boat itself actually looks like this.
Where am I?
Oh, I should be sharing my screen so Tom can see all this. Hang on. How rude of me.
That's pretty freaking awesome.
That's amazing. Wow. Okay.
That's the end of the tale.
Yeah, you can scroll along. See, there's two different views of it.
Oh.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, you fly down from the starport and you plunge into the depths of the sea, and you find that you come across sort of this particular perspective. There's a city under the sea essentially, but it's all made of natural corals and stuff like that. Occasionally things poke out like these bridges, etc., which is sort of some of where these accommodations and stuff like that occur.
Okay.
Okay, you come down and Maple's sort of like, oh yes, we're busy investigating the situation. You also have a group of people with you, so pretty much anybody that has the nun name next to them here, which is, hang on, let's get rid of Neil off that one. Who did you settle on, Neil? Darian.
Darian Star.
Okay. Okay,
Hello?
so you... Hello?
Alright, I just bailed. I don't know what happened then.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, you've got a guy that you've got a couple of scouts, actually ex-scouts. How fitting. You've got a couple of ex-scouts that are with you. There's who is she with? She was there was a diplomat, a very young diplomat, but she got bounced out of the service, so they've sort of pushed her in your direction. There is what were you? Oh, yes, there's a security expert who looks very much like a pirate. And you also come across somebody who was with the Navy, just in case you need pilots and stuff like that to deal with the situation that you're in.
Okay.
Yes, I know, Dave. I know you do. I know you got jack of all trades too. Oh, I know. Okay. You come down. As you're coming down, we say the.
Hey, I've got pilot and ship's boat too.
Awesome.
Hey!
I might change my name to Sir Fix-a-Lot.
Maple, as you arrive into the area, you're also put up in one of these beautiful sort of resort-like rooms. Sort of suggests to you, oh, if you need anything comforted, just let us know. The Siberian government is picking up the entire tab for your investigation here. But I can tell you that it's a top-notch investigation, and we've got several leads at the moment that we're following up. So, I just want you to keep comfortable here. I believe.
I will be coming with you.
Well, yes, certainly, but I believe...
And we will go to the, was it your police department? I want all the files on the disappearance now.
Yeah, yes, we're organising that at the moment, but
I start walking out.
Okay, these things take time, and we do have people here that want to catch up with you.
Do you wish to upset Aslani?
We are doing everything in our power, but there are people here that, by happenstance, you are friends with.
That's wonderful. But where is the documentation? And I want to get the files, please.
We're getting the files. We're gathering them together for you. But you see, due to certain religious requirements, we need to keep them in paper format, and therefore we are making copies for you.
You have it in paper?
Yes.
Take me to the paper.
Well, that's not exactly possible currently. We need to have things cleared by the proper clerics before we can actually give you. Would you seek to insult our religious beliefs?
I begin to smile. All 63 of my teeth are now present.
He stands up and he says, "These are strict religious doctrines that we need to follow before we can give you access to those paperwork. I understand your need for, there's a word for it, but I can't think of it at the moment, your need for expediation, but we must follow our religious rites, or otherwise the gods will crush our planet."
I hope your gods are good gods and they are speedy gods. I will expect the paperwork within the hour.
Very well. Well, we will send you to the green room currently, where a couple of your friends are just finishing off an interview. They will be most surprised to see you here.
You'll be back in the hour then?
I'll do my best to have the paperwork here for you within the hour.
You will bring it back to me in the hour.
Yes, like I said, I will do my best to bring it back to you within the hour.
Will.
And he shuts the door and leaves.
Where's this green room?
Okay, you see a couple of the guards, religious sect guards, come forward and say, "Please follow me, Seeker." And you see one of them actually sneers when he has to get close to you.
I kind of like smell him.
Okay, he's you've got scent skill or something like that, don't you?
Hunting.
Yep, give me a hunting roll, pretty please.
Where am I? Hang on, I have to negotiate this wonderful.
So now
I go click on that. I think.
Drag. You double click on the number. Okay, you didn't double click on the number. You need to double click on the number.
Click on the number.
Double click on the number and it'll lock into the modifier. but
Okay.
that's a success on base roll anyway. You smell his fear. He's, in fact, they're both incredibly scared of you.
I kind of put my arm around them and I say, on my planet, you would be prey, but now you are comrades. Come, let us walk to the green room.
One of them smiles at you and he says, "It's strange how how things turn, isn't it?"
Turn on, as you would say, a dime.
They lead you to essentially a room that's been set up, and it's got a couch and stuff like that in it. And after about 5 minutes or so, Zap, Greldek, and Decker, you wander in after giving your latest interview.
It basically is. That's what I feel like.
Hi, come and buy it, and you get a new steam mop with every purchase.
Come and join the religion.
Okay.
See the light.
Mop a spaceship.
And you still want more?
And you see sitting on the couch, or probably pacing the room actually,
There's Lani Tumblers.
is a big cat friend that you have not seen for 2 years since the incident on Fimbria.
Okay, I'll walk up to him and sniff him, because I know I've seen him do that with other people. Thinking it's part of their culture, and give him a hearty pat on the shoulder, welcoming him into the room, and say, "So, what show are you on next?"
I smile and I go, "I am here on business. I'm investigating. I'm investigating the disappearance of a diplomat."
It's probably a plot. I've seen it on many Terran movies.
Would you like a hand? I'm getting bored with the talk show circuit.
I believe that having people such as yourself of the naked ape form may be of very much use.
I'm wearing a vac suit. Hello. Not naked. And I suggest. I take it cats don't like water much. I'd give them a vac suit pretty quickly, mate.
You notice me pace a little bit more.
Why are you so
Okay.
agitated?
Was it? Are they? I believe that they are giving me the runaround.
Well, why don't you do what you did on the ship?
Kill people?
Stick it to the bastards! Stick it to the bastards!
Put the clouds away!
There are no cameras here, are there? Oh shit. I go over to the food table again and shove some stuff in my mouth.
You see Zap's put on a fair bit of weight since you last saw him too. They look like they've been living the comfy life.
My character has liaison. Would that be something I could use to try and speed things up a bit or grease the wheels? Or is that more like admin or something like similar?
No, liaison or admin would help here.
Oh, I've got admin.
I've got liaison 1. I could give it a crack.
And with a mouthful of food, I say, well, I've got a skill that used to work. It's called shotgun.
I'm going to see if that worked.
Okay, remember to double click the number.
Did it work?
The
It didn't work again. Why didn't
Crash and burn.
I double click?
Double click.
I did double click.
Double click. Go to skills. And
I
then
am
you've
in
got
skills.
admin. And you double click the number.
I double click the number, yep.
And then you roll 2 dice. And then it'll come up 2 plus
Click
3.
on that. Did it work?
Why does your not
Not
double
working.
work? Why did we roll the same numbers? Anyway.
Do you drag the number to modify?
You can drag the number down to modifier if you want.
That might be easier, right? Because it seems to work.
Yeah.
Double click always works for me, so I don't know what you're doing, Scott.
I don't know.
Too much
Yeah,
scout.
try that.
Yep, that
Well,
works.
that could be excellent.
That worked? Alright,
Yep.
there you go.
Okay, Dave, your liaison. You start talking to the fluffers that come in. And,
Oh, is it that kind of set, is it?
oh, hang on, Neil. I haven't included you.
Yeah.
Neil, by the way, sorry.
Bow, chicka,
You're
bow,
actually.
wow.
I forgot you were
No.
here. Neil, you're one of the fluffers. No.
That's why he's got me.
How about
You're
no?
actually one of the group moving about with Seek. You're one of the people. What's your character? What were you? You were one of the scouts.
I am a scout.
Oh, okay,
You
cool.
are a scout, and you've been brought in because of your knowledge of vac suiting and scoutiness and stuff like that, and navigation. Plus, you know, gambling's always a good way to keep an Aslani happy, or so they say here. And so you can, and that's an important skill on a water world, believe it or not. So you've been brought in as part of the crew as well. So you're travelling around with this rather angry Aslani, and essentially your job is to fluff him, because the Barthoon system is incredibly embarrassed by this sort of diplomat's niece going missing.
Hang on,
one of the most...
like literally, am I running around behind him with a comb and a hairdryer?
Probably.
More than likely.
Actually, physical reaction on Aslani is the bristling of hair, so you may actually be wanting to
smooth it down.
Just smoothing it down constantly.
Your orders are essentially two, because you picked this up as a contract sort of job. Your orders are pretty much to try and appease and expedite anything that the Aslani wants. Because if they can get this little incident out of the way and just prove that she accidentally drowned swimming, as the suggestion or theory is that comes from Siberius, because the Aslani tend to like getting out and swimming, you're told, in the water world with some of the native races, the native mindless races. They keep highlighting that she probably just accidentally drowned. Really, Zap? Really, it's all a cover-up?
Yeah, I saw it on a movie.
You worked that out all by yourself, right? That's it. Game over.
And
Zap worked it out.
I'm just trying to work out which Shakespearean play it is.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure the pound of flesh is coming our way soon.
Excellent. Well, I do know that the Aslan is quite good at getting his pound of flesh, usually with the Duke.
Usually with my Dewclaw, yes.
Yeah.
Is that actually a weapon, or is it just your claws?
It's actually a claw that comes out that like a Wolverine claw from the lower base of my thumb.
Oh, okay. Righto. Gotcha.
But I do actually have retractable claws from my hands as well.
Right. Very good.
So, it doesn't really help you in a vac suit, does it?
Well, no, actually, Aslani vac suits accommodated.
Ah. Aslani vac suits are deliberately leaky.
No, they just don't. Like if my Dewclaw gets in the way, it doesn't get punctured.
Just say yes, Scott. Yes, they're deliberately leaky.
They do. They love to.
Okay, so in essence, Darian, you are there. Sorry for not including you before, I forgot.
Bastard.
Yeah, I know. I'm a prick. Slap me down for being a bad GM. By the way, I'm running Super Squadron later on. I'm pretty good at that. So join up for that. Okay. So, what's going on in the green room?
Nom 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 nom.
Zap's piling down the special fish sausage rolls.
Probably.
I'll wander over.
This, blah, blah, blah.
It's made of sausage fish.
Yeah.
Well, I tried my liaison, but I don't know whether I got anywhere.
Yeah, you didn't. You talk to the people that are there, and they all go, oh yes, yes sir, yes, oh yes, yes sir, yes, yes, yes sir, yes, yes, yes. Oh right away sir, yes sir, yes sir. Anything else sir? Bottle of Evian. Oh, okay, there we go. There's the writer dealt with.
I'll roll my eyes and go hit the AMSEC.
However, Seeker sort of does put in a couple of. You notice he pulls up his comms watch and sort of types a couple of things and smiles once or twice with the details that he's got on. So,
Well, actually, smiling is a whole different meaning in Aslani.
okay.
Can I ask
It means I'm
how
about
long
to
we've
kill
been
someone.
in the Fell region again? Sorry.
In Fell, you've probably been in Fell for the past 4 months. You've been travelling the
So-
Fell system.
Okay, so we've been exposed to the religion, so we know a bit about it.
Yes, in fact, a lot of your interviews are actually really well scripted.
Yes. So what sort of thing could one say that would really get up their nose?
Stuff like the Villani was really quite nice and very respectful towards us.
Oh, I couldn't say that because she was a bitch.
Well, you couldn't,
But
but
you could
you know,
lie.
they also have had you scripted as to saying that the Aslani was a late inclusion, and you're not sure of his allegiances at the time and stuff.
I don't know if I'd say that. I'd say
They word it quite carefully so you actually are stating the truth, but it makes you slightly uncomfortable.
I saved all you naked monkeys.
Because they do actually get you to say, oh, but the Aslani in the end, helped us out a great deal. But every interview you've ever seen of yourself has had that edited out
Funny that.
Okay.
in the Fell area.
Okay. Well, I suggest to the Aslani, the one thing you could say is something along the lines of, you need more alien help. We need more aliens on this.
Although,
Non-humans.
since you've been, especially in Siberius, which you've been here for about 3 weeks, you have seen more aliens here than you have seen in any other Fell planet at all. It
Because
is
it's tourist.
Highly suspicious. Okay, guys, it's Invasion of the Body Snatchers all over again, and I'm going to start laying into the whole story with them.
I don't believe that's a Shakespeare play.
No, but it's another Terran movie that I saw. It has its roots in Merchant of Venice, Pound of Flesh.
Ah,
Good save.
Which
Good
was an early
save.
cloning attempt which went really badly awry. But anyway,
All they ended up with was a pound of flesh.
that's it. They couldn't do much with it. Pretty simple.
when you mentioned that about the aliens, your bodyguard sort of materializes out of the shadow from behind Earline Wu, and she moves up and she says, "Oh no, sir, we're quite respectful of aliens here. We're very glad for the help. There are some things that you'll be able to do that we can't." She nods at you.
Oh.
Yes, like clean
Really?
the toilet, sit in the back of the bus.
And people call
You
the
know.
members of my religious sect racist. She says, no, we respect your skills and ability.
As long as they're kept far away from us.
Okay, I pick up something green and I say, is this soylent green or is this actually a seaweed?
I turn to the was it the woman, and I go, I need my files now. Where is the other little man?
Yes, we
He
have
has
contacted.
15 minutes.
He said that he was on his way with the files. They have all been blessed and cleared by the clerics of the administration.
I mouth to him, don't believe her.
I hope they're substantial.
They are everything that we have upon the information so far. It's a sad story. Sad story. It's lucky that it's been kept quiet from the media, in fact, she says.
And
I
yet we're
will
all over the
see.
media.
Imagine the panic if it got out of what happened, and it was a simple accident.
Oh.
Let's
So
just
the
hope that it
witnesses-
doesn't. Let's just hope that it doesn't get out.
Well, I'm sure it won't, but we are glad for a second set of eyes on the situation, especially somebody who has the unique perspective of an Aslani.
I turn my back on her and walk off.
Well, at least he didn't spray.
Why do you think he walked off? He just walked into the corner near the couch.
The only thing an Aslani sprays is usually red viscous fluid from its victim.
Oh. About
You just said victim, didn't you? Not rectum. Just making sure of it.
Victim. Is it key?
about 5 to 10 minutes later, in comes Maple Jet, and he has a manila folder with him.
What? What, a manila folder? Is that it?
Well, it's got probably about 6 pieces of paper in it.
Gee,
Uh-huh.
It's in microdot.
that's, really covering it for you, isn't it, mate?
And what does say for it? He says, we have had the files blessed and purified by the investigating administrators. This is what...
I look at the file, I look at him, I point to the Darian, I go, give it to him, and now take me to where she was last seen.
Yes, indeed, we definitely intend to do that.
Now.
Absolutely. So yes, absolutely. Will
Good.
your friends be accompanying you?
I start
Yes,
screwing
they-
on my helmet, sure.
Yep.
Excellent. Excellent.
Oh, hang on. We've lost someone.
Who?
Neil.
Neil's gone. I handed him a manila folder and now he's gone.
Shit, you've lost the evidence, crap.
God.
He's not in the hangout, but he is. Jesus, so he's on the thing. So I'll send him an invite via the hangout. Hang on. Neil Costello. Invite. Let's see if that gets him back in the hangout. Because I got the he's connected in via the thingy.
Is that like the Duvalaki, or is that different?
Yes, via
Dang
Fantasy
on,
Grounds.
isn't it?
Okay. Well,
Okay.
are we going to be? Is he taking us to where where she was last seen?
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what we're prepared to do.
Bing
Yes,
bong.
Maple.
And you,
Hello, Neil.
I'm back.
I was a bit scared that we handed you the manila folder and you ran off with it.
Hey, teleported.
So we're gonna go with Muggins to where the diplomat's daughter was last seen.
Very true, says Maple. I've organised our new where are we? Our new vehicle to take us. Hang on, I have to remember which one it is.
I'll drive.
That one.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, this is better suited to deep sea exploration.
20 leagues under the sea.
Well, the ship's boat can only take you to a certain amount. Most of the resorts are pretty close to the surface on the coral reefs. It makes for a better visiting circumstance. But, of course, if we're looking for a recovery of a body, says Maple, then we're going to need something rather more severe where she disappeared.
Okay, so she was swimming somewhere really, really deep.
Well, I'm sure that she was trying to sort of swim with the natives of the ocean, the mindless natives that exist here.
Right.
People tend to like them like they used to like dolphins on Terra, he says. But
Beautiful.
these natives are much more tasty.
Didn't they say that dolphins were far more intelligent than humans at one stage?
I don't know. You don't believe such
I saw it in a movie.
ridiculous information? No.
No, I saw it in a movie. Just how long ago did this girl go missing?
Well, like he looks at he asks Darian if he can look at the file again. Sorry,
I look at the file.
I'm not exactly perfectly certain about that. You look at the file. It's about 47 days ago that she went missing.
Okay, how long does it? No disrespect to my Aslan friend, but how long does it take a typical Aslan body to decompose?
Well, we do have a high rich meat diet.
Let's take it back a step. How long can an Aslan hold their breath?
I'm thinking a little bit short of 40-something days, just a tiny bit.
I think we found the optimist in the group.
Yeah, that's it.
Just trying to get the parameters right.
Right.
Okay, so basically she's been missing for 47 days. She's gone out, I'm assuming, on a ship's boat to swim with the mindless natives, which are dolphin-like creatures.
No, they're not dolphin-like creatures. No, not at all. He says no. They don't look like dolphins at all. However, people liken them to dolphins occasionally, saying that they have intelligence when really they're just mindless creatures that sometimes can turn vicious. It is altogether possible that they tore your compatriot apart.
Right. Okay.
Visitors are warned, but it is one of the more popular tourist attractions.
Can I get on my like handheld computer, my little computer, and actually do a little bit of this good old goggle search on what these mindless things are?
Okay, up pops your wonderful wrist computer personal device. I don't know what you call yours, but it goes, "What do you want?"
I want to know what these mindless natives are from Siberius.
Siberius, yeah.
Siberius, that's it.
Learn to pronounce things, buddy.
I will.
And it's processing.
What do you mean? Pronounce things.
Okay, it comes up with an image, and it says the predominant native species, pronounced by Siberian scientists as mere vicious animals, much like shark predators, are known as the Lethan. And that image pops up in your personal device.
Right. Okay. Lethan. And is there any other reports or any other
no,
information?
the only scientific studies have been done, funded by the Fell religion, by noted Fell scientists, of which there are about 3, and it's been an extensive study apparently of one sample.
Wow.
A sample of one. Excellent. Okay, well.
Of which pretty much he produces the thesis, and you do find many notations of how tasty it is.
Oh no, okay.
Reminiscent of the days back on Dirt where they used to capture, I believe they were called whales.
It's called Tira, not Dirt.
My bad.
God.
That's okay, Darren.
Darren.
Oh, and we're not pronouncing that correctly, sorry.
No.
How do you say it again?
Darian.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a girl's name, but okay, Darian. Right, back on to it. Let's support our Aslan friend.
All right, so we're going to go. We're going to go and so we're hopping on the boat.
Yeah, essentially hopping on the sub. Are you doing anything with the files apart from just handing them to Darian?
I'm looking at. I looked at Darian, and I can say I basically say to him, Is this going to tell us anything, or is it just basically mindless tripe?
Trawling through, unfamiliar as I am with hard copy paperwork, and looking for anything worthwhile, and really cursing the fact that this is not in some kind of cross-reference data set.
That he licks both forefinger and thumb and turn the page. That might be helpful.
I'm just sitting there pouring at it.
An
Why?
analog.
Why?
I've had experience with this. It's analog.
Have you seen the video on YouTube about the first tech support?
Yes,
And
yes,
there's somebody there with a book, and they're going,
yes.
I don't understand it. Like, I mean, what if I turn the page? Where will all the words go?
I had the misfortune because I'm a librarian. I had the misfortune of some IT guy actually playing that to us as a change management tool, and we all just fumed. There's 30 librarians ready to gut him because it was like, really, you think libraries are like these antiquated creatures that can only like turn pages and books, and we have no idea of social media, Web 2.0, the semantic web. We have no idea about these things.
Oh dear, I love that.
Oh,
I can't imagine anybody that would do it, but yes, I love that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that at the end of it, he's sort of like, oh, so if I keep turning, and he shuts the book and he goes, oh no, I can't open it anymore because he's trying to turn it from the side that it was on.
I love how it's like, you know, like, oh, we're upgrading from scrolls.
Yes. Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway, we digress. You find that
It would
within
actually
it,
work really well at my workplace.
you work for the police, Neil. Don't say that to me.
My point exactly.
Okay, you see that within the paperwork there, it's pretty much a statement. All 6 pages is a statement from the person that runs the tour that the niece went on to. The person that runs the tour is a person known as Marcellina Spicer. It gives the accurate location via navs, etc., of the location that they stopped at to allow the swimming with the natives to occur, how that they supplied the requisite 6 security guards at all times when the swimming with the natives were gone, and the fact that the bracelet of the niece was actually scanned as having returned to the ship after only about 20 minutes of the swim, and so they left at that time believing that they had a full complement of tourists, only to find when they got back that there were 17 people missing.
Where are the guards?
17.
Yes.
17.
Nobody did a head count?
Well,
where are the guards?
You sort of reach that end point, and then you think, oh, hang on a minute, that number's familiar. And you sort of go flicking back through the pages and realise that only 17 tourists went.
Oh, right.
Only 17 missing. Yeah.
So where can we meet up with this Navalina Muncher person, or whatever her name is?
Marcellina Spicer?
Oh, that's the
Spicer.
Navalina Pucha?
Marcellina Spicer. Excellent.
I can only assume we're using some kind of really faulty, cheap universal translators.
They're called babelfish.
Mine's dead
babelfish
again.
They're all drunk.
Babelfish are drunk.
Apologies, says Maple, but unfortunately Marcellina Spicer passed away recently.
Oh,
That's so sad. And,
I mean,
and
how tragic.
this much in person, were they infirmed?
Sorry, what was that?
Were they infirmed?
Unwell.
Oh no, it was natural causes.
What, she stopped breathing?
No, they're well, kind of. He says.
Her heart exploded.
Her tourist vehicle sunk and she drowned.
Oh, so where did she drown?
Doesn't sound like natural causes.
Well, that's the funny thing. She was off on a pleasure cruise with the 6 security guards that were on that particular cruise, and
Wow.
the ship was bombed by one of the.
If I was a suspicious person, I'd say the gods are looking unfavourably down.
Upon
No, the gods have been very favourable recently.
I think from some perspective that might be true.
The treasury is bursting, and we've had more visitors than ever.
Excellent, isn't it?
hang on. So basically, the 17 people who went out died, along with the 6 bodyguards and the tour. Was it the tour director?
Yes, it's an amazing coincidence.
Was there anyone else on that boat?
No.
So all the people that were on that boat are now dead.
Correct, yes.
And
Confirmed dead or missing?
No, confirmed dead. Well, apart from the 17 tourists who went missing.
can we have a look at the bodies of the people who died?
We wish that was possible, but due to the nature of some of the diseases on this particular planet, it is important that all bodies retrieved from the deep are actually incarcerated within 16 hours of recollection.
Autopsy performed?
No, the particular diseases that are native to this area are actually so viral that autopsies can't be performed.
Has anyone got detect bullshit?
Oh, I don't think we need that. I don't think we need that at the moment. No. Okay.
They're laying it on so thick, Dave. I think we could just default to breathe as.
Can I just say that my personal recorder is running throughout all of these conversations. It's just running 24/7 at the moment.
Or whatever the relevant timescale is on this planet.
All right. Well, let's go in the boat and let's see what else you got to show us.
First of all, how really is this boat? Because I don't want to have one of these unfortunate accidents. I feel like I'm in a Lemon Snippets movie.
Yeah, maybe we should take our back suits along.
Surely you can't be serious.
Standing in it right now.
I'm serious, and stop calling me Shirley.
Exactly.
Okay, who's got a vac suit, by the way?
Yep.
Hello.
Oh, I don't think that I have it listed.
How much money have you got?
I've got
I
a
have
vaccine.
10,000 credits.
10,000? Well, funny that. That's how much a vac suit costs.
Oh, man. All right, guess what I'm buying?
I'll lend my Aslan friend 10,000. I got 55.
Just put it on the expense account.
Oh no, Siberius says. Oh, sorry, not Siberius. Oh no, says Maple. I'm afraid it doesn't stretch to vac suits or the like.
Oh, let me guess, and they don't have Aslan size either.
Oh no, we have Aslani. In fact, we
A surplus.
we have a massive amount of Aslani. In fact, there are quite a few used ones if you want them on the cheap.
Only slightly.
Strange.
A little bit gnawed on.
A little bit gnawed
What
on.
about the neckline?
I'll just take any vac suit at the present moment in time. Anything that will keep me alive in deep pressured water.
Okay, so do you want to travel to the surface where she was swimming, or do you want to just start looking for the body?
So why haven't your people attempted to retrieve the body? We are talking about a high-level diplomat of my nationality.
No, you're talking about the niece of a high-level diplomat, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Yes, I understand the concern that you may have, but you must understand that these things happen quite often here on Siberius,
There's
and
no account of it.
well, there is an account of it. However, it needs to be sanctified by the clerics before it can be placed within the news streams. However, the details of such things of recovering bodies and stuff like that is not an inexpensive amount. For example, the boat that we will be travelling on to possibly depths of up to maybe 7 kilometres deep are, they're not cheap vehicles to run or make. So there is a certain cost associated with it. We thought that these tourists were simply very basic tourists that have, they were foolish.
This shows an
That-
enormous disregard for your guests on your planet, and I believe that it would be quite correct to take a very dim view of this attitude. This does not work well.
Well, I agree with you, says Maple, and he leans in and he pats your shoulder and he says, I absolutely agree with you, and if it weren't for the religious doctrines that actually preceded any of the laws that might actually allow this information to get out into the public eye, then we could be facing a complete crisis here in Siberius. But thank God for religious freedoms.
Let me understand this correctly. You're saying this happens so often that the cost of recovering the bodies of lost tourists would be prohibitive.
No, I think you're missing the point here in that this particular piece of equipment that we'll be boarding quite soon is in excess of 1 billion credits to purchase, simply to travel to deep depths. Now, would you use that to recover lost bodies that may not be there over a period of time in a large world, or would you use that vehicle to search out new forms of minerals that could be mined, or new forms
Let's
of
take a
food
step
that might be
sideways. What I think I would do is I would change the practices that put this many people's lives at risk and make sure it doesn't happen again. How about that?
Well, that's one
I know
perspective.
about mining. Our last meeting didn't go too well.
Well, that perspective is certainly appreciated, Mr. Starr, but as you can see, this planet is ruled by the Fell religion, and there are certain religious things built into the Bethune system constitution that allows us the freedom to cover such information when it is required. We don't want to panic on our planet.
I'm just astonished at the callous disregard for the lives of guests of your planet.
Well, 1 in 10 deaths is nothing to worry about, is it? Especially when they're only. Especially when they're only.
Visitors, it's excessive.
And then he looks at Seeker.
I'm
It's
smiling.
best you don't finish that sentence.
I'll wander up to him and get very close to his proximity, and just go. I just go. You are very close. Very close.
Sir, all I was going to say, Mr. Is it Seeker or is it? I don't know. How do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry.
I think you like.
Loy?
It is Seeker Lo Ahiki.
Meow.
Okay, so Mr. Aslani,
Mr. Monkey.
Mr. Unky. Okay, Mr. Unky.
No, you are a monkey.
I'm going to look around for a rag because I'm going to be rubbing off blood shortly.
He says, you see, even your race.
That's it. I'm grabbing him by the neck and throwing him up against the wall.
Okay, make a brawling check.
I told him he didn't want to finish that sentence.
Yeah, hang on, brawling check. Hang on, clicking on that. I do not have brawling.
Okay, so you, with all fighting skills, you're assumed to have the 0 level in the skill. So you just make it
Okay.
a straight 2D roll.
Done.
Okay, he easily ducks out of the way as your claw shoots out, and he says,
Ah,
"Sir, we are affording you every chance that we can for your kind."
you are affording me nothing. And I'll walk off.
Very well, then have it noted. I will tell the religion that. Make your own way to this
Anyone
crash
got
site.
diplomacy? 'Cause I think we might need it about now.
Okay, I'll say, well, you've upset him, and then walk after him.
That's liaison, Dave. I think you've got it.
Oh, okay. I'll try and smooth things over before we get thrown out an airlock.
Okay, get it.
What did he roll?
Okay, a 9.
Okay.
Maple sort of turns and says, I'm glad you understand our ways, Sir Greldag. Of course you are one of the heroes from Findria who stood up against the alien threat, so I should expect nothing else. Tell the pussycat that the vehicle will be prepared to leave in half an hour.
I'm just
I will
about
not
ready to
be
get my throat. And, I'll suggest that he doesn't say that within hearing, or else he will probably get peeled alive.
I'm not scared of the cat. Nor should you be. Stand up.
I'll
for
raise an
your-
eyebrow and say, "You should be."
Stand up for your racial purity, man. They are nothing better than us. In fact, they are inferior. And he straightens his back and he turns. Oh, Neil's gone again.
Nope, Neil's gone. Oh no, Neil's here.
Neil's there. Or is he frozen in
I'll
time?
mention to Miguel later on that if he gets the opportunity to gut him, go ahead.
Is that Dan? Hello, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey guys, apologies, Mark. Sorry.
That's
mate.
alright, I don't mind. You can slip in.
The
I've got
game looks
characters.
good. What's the server password, Matt?
It is
In the chat.
loud. Yes, but he doesn't get the chat because he's only just joined, Dave. Loud, space, monk, space, rich, space, roll as in a dice, and then
Yep.
enter.
Yeah. Well, could not connect to host.
Make
Loud-
sure.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'll put it in chat. Loud.
You've got to make sure you don't have spaces at the beginning or the end.
Okay. Rich. Gotcha. I got Lich.
You gaming you.
Sure. Awesome. There you go. Very good. Very good.
Okay, Neil's disappeared, so I'll send him another invite.
I think I'm there.
Yeah, it said that you're coming in.
Apparently, you can do fancy maps and all sorts of things with this thing too.
Oh, you can.
It's
But,
good.
I'm not much of a map person in these Traveller games. If I was doing a Pathfinder game, it'd be different, but
Yeah, I ran a D&D 4th edition, sort of short campaign while it lasted, up to about level 4 or 5, I think, using Fantasy Grounds a couple of years ago.
I like it. It's nice. It's slick.
It is nice, yeah.
Okay, PC's up in the top right corner.
Great.
Grab one of them that's free.
Okay, so a server character, I take it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Javina, Kelly, Cadian, and Modius. Great. Oh, hang on. Just, what happened there?
Excuse
I
me.
don't know. Why did Dave grab it? Go away, Dave.
Sorry, I must have hit something when I was trying to unclutter my screen. I've got all those pictures and things.
Try again, Dan. She's free now.
I think I got Modius.
Modius, he's
Is that
really,
right?
really light on with abilities, I think. Oh no, 38, he must have a few. Oh yeah, he's alright. Okay. No worries. Let me fill you in on what's happened then.
Yep.
It's been a couple of years since the events of the dust mining on Findria.
Yeah, cool.
The three heroes of Findria, as they're known, who are... Oh, Tom's not with us anymore. Oh, yes, he is. There's Tom.
Yeah, I'm still there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha. There's... what's your character's name? Did you get the character in the end?
Okay, no, it hasn't turned up.
Okay. Derek, what?
Decker.
Decker, that's it.
Decker.
There's Decker, there is Zap, and there's Sir Grildek. They were the three human survivors of the massive,
Email it back, see if you got that.
the
If it's
Villani
educational bit.
Villani and Aslani invasion that apparently occurred at Findria. They've been pretty much shipped throughout the Barthoon system doing, what do you call it? They've been doing news stories and stuff like that about what happened on Findria that have been heavily edited. Their entire trip's been funded by the Fel 6, which is a religious organisation and political organisation. And in the end, they've ended up here in Siberius. Siberius is a water world, and recently, about 7 weeks ago, a diplomat, an Aslani diplomat's niece, went missing whilst on holidays in Siberius. Siberius is a major tourist town, and they went missing. And your old friend your old character's friend Seeker has been contracted to come and find out what's been going on, because they found that quite a few aliens have been going missing on Siberius. Very few are reported, but about 10% of all aliens that arrive in Siberius go missing.
10%. Wow, okay.
And it's only become an issue because it was a diplomat's daughter, in essence.
Okay.
And in essence, they've arrived. Seeker's been given a bit of the runaround. You're going to be on
The blonde white
Seeker's.
girl missing media frenzy story.
Yeah, you're part of Seeker's support group. You've been pretty much told to what do I call it? Basically, expedite anything that the Aslani needs, because the Bethune system's very embarrassed that this has happened to the Aslani. And they want to appease them, but they believe what they've been told, which is the reports that have come out of the planet, which state that she went swimming and may have either drowned or been attacked by the native mindless race known as the Lethan.
Okay.
Pretty much since you've gotten here, though, you've found out that the extent of their investigation is a manila folder full of 6 pieces of paper, which amounts to a statement from the person that ran the tourist operation that said the 17 tourists they took out, all aliens, were all of their bands saying that they had returned to the ship, were recorded within 20 minutes of arriving at the point that they took them to, and they returned home in the pure belief that they were actually on board. And when they got back, they realised they weren't. And the tourist operator plus the 6 security guards that had conducted that trip have since passed away in an accidental circumstance where their boat sank and they all drowned horribly.
Okay.
Conveniently.
Promising for us. Cool.
So, in essence, that's what's happened so far. So just consider you've been there through all of that. It almost came to blows between the liaison between the Fel 6 investigators, whose name is Maple Jet, and he looks like... Sorry, everybody, you're going to get the pictures back again. He looks like that dude there.
Okay.
And he's organising a trip to go out and lead them to where she went missing, and perhaps a deep sea dive to try and recover remains.
You almost got skinned alive.
He did.
He's
Think
very
it's
lucky I
not
didn't. You're very, very lucky I didn't take out my dew claws.
Would there be available a vehicle that we can commandeer to go out ourselves that doesn't need to have any official person on with us?
So anybody available in your retinue that has pilot a submersible vehicle?
Would
Could
that
we
be similar
appropriate
to
one?
both?
Well, all.
Jack of all trades?
Oh, well, you could use Jack of all trades and hire one if you want, but I really suggest you don't. He says there are wild underwater storms that you have to deal with, and unless you have knowledge of...
I'm just talking in the group, sorry about this, not mentioning it to anyone else. Just
Okay,
as an
well,
idea. Sorry,
yes,
I wasn't that clear.
That's all right. Yes, you could.
Yeah, okay. Well, guys, what do you
mind
think?
you, it's a exceptionally hefty fee to be able to use a ship that could go to that depth.
Well,
I'm
just putting it forward that if we take the ship, there's less likelihood that anyone's going to interfere with it, and we're going to end up with the ship at the bottom of the ocean permanently.
I agree.
And another
Only
unfortunate-
through our own incompetence.
Yeah, which, you know, we're total aces at this. And I just want to point out, guys, a vac suit at 7 miles is not going to protect us.
No, it's not. It's not. And if this is a culture that basically is happy to have 17 people just get dumped overboard and left, and then they kill off the 6 bodyguards and the tour advisor. I don't know exactly how we're positioned at the present moment in time, but I think they're going to put us in this sardine can and send us to the bottom of the ocean. And if something horrible happens to us, then something horrible happens to us.
Totally agree.
Plus also, just they're not worried about 16 people, and I don't want to ruffle up the Aslan at all. I think they're not worried about 16 aliens or 17 aliens. They seem to be worried about people. Humans.
Well, that's why I want to try and keep you humans very close. Because at the moment, I think that you're the only reason I'm still alive.
I don't think that they felt nervous until you said that.
Yeah. Not so nervous, just more slowly uncomfortable.
They also seem very
You're my
adamant.
Hey, sorry, Neil. Is your character is a Darian, isn't he?
Yeah.
So basically, you and me are aliens.
No, hang on a second. I think I'm human.
Darians are actually.
Yeah, but his name's Darian.
My name's Darian.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I'm human.
He's not an actual Darian. Okay.
He's not an actual Darian, no.
Okay, I've gotcha. All right.
However,
sorry, mix up there.
It's pronounced Darian.
Darian. Sorry.
As in like a girl's name. Okay, that's what you got to remember.
However, in the eyes of the Fel 6, who knows what they're thinking.
We're all aliens to them. They also seem extremely adamant that the local aquatic natives are not intelligent.
Yeah, because they're food.
Yeah. They take great pains to point that out, don't they?
Sorry, what was that?
They take great pains to point that out, to make it a plausible, semi-plausible.
I think because didn't they say that they were actually food?
Yes.
No. Well, that was what a report you received or somebody received on it. How tasty.
Oh no, they're very tasty. Some of those sausage rolls you were having contained Darian.
You said it was fish.
Yeah. That's what the lesson
They are
are.
not fish.
Yeah, they're natives
Okay,
that swim around in the
I'll
water. They're fish.
vegetable matter from now on this planet.
Yes, they're kind of classified as part vegetable too.
Oh God.
I want identifiable nutritionist seaweed. Thank you, and that's all I'm eating.
Kelp. Give me kelp. Give me more kelp.
Kelp, roast kelp, grilled kelp, black fried kelp, kelp and cheese. That's all great.
But
Certified DNA biodata.
the
That's
lesson
okay.
wrapped kelp is beautiful this time of year.
That's okay. The Aslani's going to start eating religious fanatics in a second.
Sentient kelp.
Okay, so where are we going forward? Are we taking the ship down, or are we? What's going on?
Take the ship.
I think we're going to have to. I think we're going to have to let this play out, guys, and go down the ship. But you're going to have to if I'm playing my character, I'm going to rip someone's head off in a tick. and that's Aslani.
Collar.
Sorry, what was that, Dave?
We could get me our passivity collar.
Oh shit! Yeah, try getting that on me.
I didn't say it'd be easy. Come on, it's nice and bright and it's got a little bell on it. When the bell rings, it means you've got to calm down.
Do they have any local sort of catnip?
Kelp nip.
Actually, if you're seriously looking for some, they actually have some drugs that are terribly effective for putting Aslani to sleep.
No, but it's good to know that they have that in stock, so that's just another reason not to trust them.
Also, it's an excellent ointment that you can put on your leg to reduce swelling, is what the chemist tells you.
Oh my god, guys, do you realise what they're doing? They are changing aliens into pharmaceuticals. I saw it on a movie!
There's a theme going through this.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, we can actually play with that one.
Okay, it's around about now that you get a report of essentially a message seeker for your communication device. You've been told that the ship that you've taken into port, which is, by the way, supplied and paid for by the Aslani, it's actually a Jump 6 starship.
Developed a strange malfunction.
No, it hasn't developed a strange malfunction at all. In fact, it's scanned the details, where I'm now assuming that you've probably sent the valid details to them to report back on. They have located a non-natural structure less than 100 meters away from the location where she went missing, but it is 7 kilometers down.
Why can't we take your ship down there? Because that would be survivable in that.
Does it have guns? I was about to say, could we actually? Could we get a spaceship to actually go down into those depths?
No. The spaceship is not made for pressure like that.
Okay, all right. Well, it looks like we're going down. Can we share this? Oh, actually, no. We're not going to share the information with the religious fanatics. I think that we just kind of point them in that general direction and see what happens.
Do you want to also tell your ship to sort of shadow us as far as they can?
Yeah, I'm gonna communicate in. Can I get an encrypted line?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to get an encrypted line back to the ship, and I'm going to use a safe word, and basically let them know that that we're at an amber status at the moment. That they're not physically threatening us, but they are causing us some trouble.
Okay, no worries. They do
And
tell
I
you that
need to be scanned. I need to be kept. Keep tabs on me, please.
they do tell you that their weapons are not effective to that depth.
Are their weapons effective
Doesn't need to be the weapons, just their scanners. At least they can get
Yeah,
information.
can they keep a lock on us?
Yes, their scanners are certainly able to. That's how they were able to pick out the building that far down.
Okay.
Dave jumped off.
Is this the only vehicle that can get to that depth that the religious fanatics have?
There are about perhaps 6 vehicles located on planet that are possible to get to that depth. But this is the one that's closest to the area that you could use.
Alright. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm sorry, but I think we're going to need to use the play out the sardine can scenario.
Okay, so I'm going to take my dagger, my snub-nosed pistol, my sword, and some floaties on each arm. Not going to be helpful, but hey.
I want to get onto the bridge.
Blow up in tubes and put it around myself.
I'm just going to take a thermal detonator just in case.
Oh yeah, that'd be handy in a submarine.
Yep.
My kind of scum. Right. Essentially, they send you a shady image that looks pretty much like that. That's the shape of the building that they found, or
I've
whatever
seen another movie. That marks the spot.
Or it's a 4-way sexual device of some kind.
I have seen a movie like that too, but I think it marks the spot.
Or we are dealing with religious fanatics.
Is that too?
Very religious fanatics. The cross of St. George.
Yeah.
I want to get on the bridge. I'm not brooking any objections or refusals. I am getting on the bridge.
No, nobody refuses you in any way, shape, or form. The 2 guys on the bridge, they're professional pilots. They welcome you on board. They sort of show you the controls. They show you the safety details of the ship itself. They welcome you with basically. They're quite nice guys. One of them's known as Kareem Avila, and the other one is Rufina Tomlin.
Are they locals on World Locals?
We're trained specialists in this type of deep sea, navigation. We're from the Siberius, and Rufina then turns and goes, well. Actually, I was born on. Bear with me for a tick. I was born on. Oh, God, crikey, that's right. I'm in the Hangout trying to click on something in Fantasy Grounds. Hang on. Here we go. I was born on Artus. He says, but I've moved to Siberius because my specialist skills are much more, used here. Especially seeing Artus as a completely dry planet, and somehow I became a submersible pilot. But we won't talk about that.
Can Greldeck get the engineering section?
Can Greldeck do what?
Can Greldeck and I get into the engineering section?
Well, there's not a great deal of room on board this ship. Where are we? Where's the picture of the ship? There we go. Oh God, I'm in the Hangout again, trying to click on something in Fantasy Grounds. Hang on.
Well, I just wonder if we can sort of just do a quick visual to see
Click on that screen, it doesn't work either.
if there's anything obviously wrong or something. I just want to be aware of,
Okay, there is a really tight engine compartment, but it's sort of, they don't have a purposed engineer on, so there's nobody there to stop you in any way, shape or form.
Cool. So, does Greldeck, do you have engineering?
I've got Jack of all trades.
I was waiting.
I've got mech. Has anyone got actual engineering or electronics?
Hang on. No, I don't believe so.
Scroll the picture over, Mark.
See this thing down in the bottom right-hand corner?
Yep.
You grab that, and then you click and hold, basically, and you can scroll the pictures around.
Ah, cool bananas. Thank you.
Okay, if there's no one else, I'll go in and have a look and just recce and see if there's anything extra on the engine or in the engine that I can't recognise.
Give me a check of
Running
any
out of place, in other
relevant
words.
skill.
Yep. Just give me skills. You just drag
Are
it
you
over.
looking for explosives?
I'm looking for
Loose
anything
rivets.
odd.
Nice.
Loose rivets.
Oh, good roll. 10.
Okay, so what are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for anything that looks unusual in the form of an engine, or anything that looks like, why the hell would they have an extra power unit here that doesn't seem to belong? Something that
Or
looks
just nuts and bolts
out
and
of,
something hanging off.
Okay.
yeah.
You find that the engine, yep, it's all complete and stuff like that, but you sort of have a good look over it while you're travelling out to the area. They're actually taking you to the top area first, just in case you want to see where things are. Out of the portals, you actually see some of the natives swimming along. I'm
Do I
fairly
see a
sure.
native attached to the engine?
No, you don't see a native attached to the engine. However, you do see one frying on top of it. It's called lunch. No. Essentially, you're travelling along, you're looking over the engine, and you find an aerial, and you sort of grab the edge of it, and you follow the aerial back, and you see that the aerial is actually driven to. It attaches to a box that's connected to what you presume to be the propeller drive shaft, and when you're sort of sitting there, you're just in position to see another aerial, and you grab that one, and you sort of follow that along, and you find that that one's probably connected to the air ballast tanks.
Oh my god.
Rightio, so I'm living in a relatively high-tech place that can create coral undersea cities that have some also double up like Wi-Fi feature. So I'm gonna tell people, get their attention, say this is what I found, and I'm highly suspicious of it all. I don't want to do anything with wires just yet, in case that sets off some sort of Wi-Fi sort of thing happening. But does anyone have anything like demolitions or electronics, please, or computers, or
Sorry.
anything that I don't have?
I think Jack of all trades comes into play here.
Okay, well, in case that doesn't work, I'll get my brawling skill ready.
Yeah.
There is somebody with electronics somewhere, I do know that. I made somebody with electronics today.
Because if you've got electronics on board a ship, you can use that in place of a sensor.
Oh, there's somebody with engineering too, Dan.
Yes.
Damn.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
look at that.
calling anyone who's got any expertise in that area to get take a much finer tooth comb sort of look at it and get your evaluation of it.
Got
Okay.
engineering and computer.
Well, the old scout Modius comes in and pulls out his little toolkit. I've got a sonic screwdriver, no doubt, somewhere in here. What needs
Did you
looking
bring
at?
the key to the
And
TARDIS?
in his other pockets of TARDIS, yeah.
Yeah. We're out of here. Cool,
I've
alright.
going into your pocket. So can they come in and have a look and do some rolls or whatever to see what they think?
What are we looking at here? I got engineering 2, so
Okay, well, an engineering check's a good place to start.
here we go. Anything I should be rolling in particular, like a button to press to roll or anything?
Okay, if you look at my screen currently, you can see I'm looking at your character.
Yep.
If you double click on the 2, you should see that it comes up in the modifier down here.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Okay. Also, just okay, you've got the 2D thing. Yep, beautiful. 9, 11, beautiful. Okay, you've determined that these two boxes are at actually specific points within this structure. That if they have a shape charge, and it's a shape charge, it wouldn't be a huge charge, but it would be a shape charge. It could sever the drive shaft that runs to the propeller, and also empty one of the ballast tanks. Which would, over time, be enough to sink the ship.
Okay, does the ship have some sort of emergency flotation device like a raft?
Or buoyancy bubble or something?
That would be another engineering check.
Okay.
Which you could ask Modius for.
Yep.
Another one?
Yep.
Alright.
You can just check they've got some sort of emergency flotation device on board the submersible.
Oh, not so good.
He's not certain. Modius, you look around, you try to find any kind of evidence of emergency flotation devices, and you can't find any evidence of it, but then again, it's an alien structure, so you're not sure.
Over our vac suits, which I'm assuming are our own personal sort of enclosed communication system, talking to Excellent, who at last time I knew was actually wearing a vac suit.
Yep.
I'm going to tell him and broadcast this just to him to say we've found devices that are highly suspicious. One probably can sever the drive, and one can actually sink us to the bottom. I think we need to get out of here now before anything happens.
All right, let's get off the ship now.
Yep. Do the pilots know if there's an emergency vehicle that we can clamber into?
Can we? Is there any way of deactivating the device?
Yeah, I'm thinking of disarming.
Don't want to touch it.
Hang on. They gave me an overview of the safety procedures, etc. whilst I was talking to them on the bridge. Did they fill me in on anything like that, Nightsy?
They sort of mentioned that there was a compartment in the pilot section that if anything bad happened that you should all get to the pilot section, and the compartment would actually turn into its own mini-sub with enough tanks of oxygen to raise it to the surface.
I don't trust that at all. I say get up, get your ship to us, and get onto your ship. Because if we sever these lines, we can Wi-Fi set it off.
We're underway, aren't we?
Yes, you've been underway for about half an hour to 40 minutes.
Okay,
I could attempt to disarm them.
I'm going to do leadership. I'm going to command these guys to attack us to the surface.
Okay.
And I'm attempting to do the double click. Yeah, that's a double click. Actually,
Did a
no,
little
I'm not.
red dot appear down in the bottom left? And the modifier change with your double click?
No.
Okay, that's what you're looking for. If it's not working for you, just grab the number and drag it to the modifier.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Work. There we go. And roll.
Woo! Huge.
Nice.
Okay. You see the guy that's native to Siberius sort of gives you a bit of a sneer, but the other guy goes, "Oh, yes, sir." And you see he seems to be reasonably well drilled in some kind of at least military structure, perhaps. And he starts pulling back on the thing, and the other guy sneers at him and sort of has a bit of a look and says, "Oh, yes, of course. You know, we're not that far away from the swimming point, but you know."
No. Surface now.
Certainly. And the boat, which was probably only about 20 metres under the surface, takes no time at all to surface.
Okay. I'm going to communicate with my people up top with the Aslani ship. Basically, the ship that we were on has been sabotaged, whether it be by the religious fanatics or by other people, and I am taking this as a declaration of war, and I wish to be picked up immediately.
Okay, at the very end of this, at your sentence sort of thing as it's transmitted, and
also I'm doing this is in Aslani, so that the guys that are sitting there don't know what I'm saying, hopefully.
I could try and defuse the devices.
I'm out of there. I'm getting up on top.
Okay, as you're heading up, you suddenly hear an explosion from the engineering department.
Okay, I turn around and see if Dan's character, Modius, is okay. Behind me or in front of me?
You're wearing it. He's all over you.
He's standing at the edge of the engineering department. You can see that the explosions sort of like you hear them. They sound loud and violent, but really they were quite controlled charges.
So the charges I just found just went off, yeah?
Yes, pretty much. You're standing right near them, and you can see that the boat begins to list to the side, And you
Great.
see also at exactly the same time, the pilot's compartment, a blast door comes down.
Okay.
What?
Woot.
I turn around to I'm still in the pilot cabin, and I just turn around to these guys and say, "What about the other guys? What is going on here? Open that door."
I'm sorry, sir, we can't, says Rufina. It's an emergency response. Something's been breached in the hull, or the engine has failed.
I just communicated to Aslan, avenge me!
Hang on, I've seen that in a Terran movie.
Exactly!
I'm going to order these guys to save my compadres.
Okay, give me another leadership check.
That's 8.
Okay, oh yes it is. Sorry, I was actually in the hangout for a few seconds. Okay, you see. Absolutely, says Rufina. Perhaps we can save them before the ship goes under. He says we've already detached, and you guys on the other portion of the ship, you actually see that the pilot colonel has detached, but the blast door is still sort of in the particular point of the pilot sort of section's taken off, but it hasn't unsealed anything or flooded the area. But you do feel you've begun to list and started heading towards. You go to the side port and you see the pilot sort of device start swinging down around you, and you can see a mad Aslani standing behind one of the pilots.
With my submachine gun starting to be unhitched.
And you also have Gary in there, won't you? Because he was in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the rest of us just need to try to find a way to get ready for a huge wall of water to come in as soon as we open this blast door somehow, and then swim for it.
You unclip and you sort of see and you start thinking about the blast door, and you're looking out the window still, just glancing at where the pilot ship is so you can time it perfectly. As you do, you see the pilot that's known as Kareem has pulled out a large bladed weapon in front of himself. He's got it concealed, but you can see it from your perspective.
Watch out for Kareem! He's got a blade!
I just open up with my submachine gun to the back of his head.
And
Draw my sword.
Open up with the submachine gun because you might depress from that.
Okay. Right. Kareem's going for a 2. What's your dex? Aslani, Bugger, and Darian?
My dex is 6.
4.
Ooh. Good old Kareem. Sort of tries to swing his blade upwards just as you go to pull the trigger and draw your sword. Kareem swings the blade upward. Close. So, hang on. I need to add his blade modifier. So yeah, okay. He drives the blade up and he catches you, Seeker.
Oh.
And does you blade does 2d damage to where I need a d3. How do I roll a d3? I'll roll a d6, won't I? Divide that by 2. Okay, he hits you in the strength. And he hits you in the strength for 2 points of damage. A glancing blow against your pussycat reflexes as you move yourself out of the way.
Cool.
So who had the dex of 6? You did, didn't you?
Oh, I did, yep.
Okay, go for it.
And that would be an 8.
Okay.
No, actually, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 10.
Did you add in the modifier for being at close range? Where are we?
I didn't actually.
Machine gun?
I should have done that, sorry.
SMG -4.
-4.
SMG. But you do get a +5 if he's not wearing anything on his head.
Okay.
I'm
5
trying to open
plus.
up.
You got a 10 minus 4 becomes a 6, so that's 7. Yep, plus 1's 8. Yep, no worries. As
Sorry,
a
I couldn't
submachine
make
gun.
that
No,
work.
that's alright. It's okay. All good. And the Kafilate's actually minus 5. So that's just enough. Righto.
Yeah.
As you empty it into him, he has mesh armor on, so it's... Oh no, not mesh armor, sorry, he had Ablade armor on. So it was actually an extra +2. Righto, as you do your damage to him. So you should be able to
Okay.
double click on the damage for your Kafilate, which is 3D, and it should
Trying
roll.
to do that. And I just double clicked.
And it didn't
And
roll.
I've double clicked.
I wonder what your... What's
And I've
going on with
double
your
clicked.
double clicks? Righto, well just...
Hang on, let me try doing that another mouse. No.
Just grab the dice.
Oh no, here we go. Did it.
Well, that rolled 4d6.
No, that was me.
What?
I just something was happening
Oh.
with me.
That was that. Okay,
Okay.
grab the d6, right click twice, and then drop them in the chat window.
Oh, what's it? What?
Are you double clicking with your right or your left mouse button?
And
Scott?
you're not doing it on the Hangout window, are you? Just
No, I'm. Hang on.
That's only you,
Oh,
Mark.
what are you? Sorry, I'm having a. My Aslan is raging out here.
I tell you what, you really want my rolls. So far, I've rolled 14 and 20. Oh, not 20, 16.
Just picking up the dice. All right, I'm going to pick up one dice.
Hold your left button
I'm
and
trying.
and then right click twice.
God, there we go. All right, I'm rolling
And
that
then
one dice. Oh,
Drop
maybe
it
I'm
in.
not.
Drop it into the chat window.
Why the hell did it go there? Sorry. All right.
Okay,
I
there's
dropped one dice into the chat window. Oh, okay, I'm going to do the other two. There we go.
Okay. That's a
Oh, that's
glancing blow
pathetic.
from you as well.
That's pathetic.
As you get him in the... That's the dexterity.
Ooh.
Okay. 7. He has a dexterity of... Okay, you see he slumps forward unconscious onto the console.
I swing round to the other pilot and say, "Are you as foolish as him?"
Hey man! He goes, look, I was doing what you asked.
Good.
And he puts his
Continue.
hands up and it sort of starts sailing into the darkness.
I'm going to head
we-
down to the engineering and see if I can do any damage control or rig something up so that we don't sink as fast or maybe get drive again.
Okay.
Guys, there's got to be like an airlock, right, off this vessel, not through the pilot's bay. That would be weird.
Yeah.
And
you
since
would
we're
expect
at the
so.
surface, we
Yeah.
should get out now and be on the surface when the other ship gets here.
That's what we've got to do.
So you have
Don't-
started sinking, but you're not too far down.
Yeah. So we're looking.
Everyone, get out.
Get out now. Get to the
Get
surface.
out now.
That's what we'd like to do.
Okay. So you pull off the old compression door. Water starts filling in into the particular
I
ship.
yell out to Greldick, you might not want to stay in the engineering section. It's going to get very moist.
We are leaving.
Hicks, we're leaving.
Unless you want to impersonate the lower class in the Titanic movie, get up here now. Okay, you start swimming, and I'm going to assume that everybody can swim. It's a
I
very
have a
simple
floaty
process.
Diving suit, wouldn't it?
What's that?
A back suit would work pretty much like a diving suit, wouldn't it?
Ah, yeah, pretty much.
And I have
as you- Yes, yes. As you all sort of float to the surface and reach the top, you see the pilot compartment rise to the surface as the remainder of the sub disappears beneath the waves.
I'm clambering on top of the sub. The piloting part.
Turn to the pilot and go, how do we get them in?
It's that switch over there, he says, and points at a switch.
I'll flick the switch.
You flick the switch and a hatch opens up on top of the sub to allow your companions in. It is an extremely tight fit.
Okay, well, I'll stand on the outside of it and haul them up so they can get in. I'll wait for them to get in first.
I'll grab the other pilot and I will throw him outside.
Hey, he's unconscious, goes the other one. You can't do that.
Is he unconscious?
Don't argue with the guy who just wiped him out.
Is he unconscious or is he dead?
I'll tie him up.
Tie him up.
Okay.
Okay, tie him up. Okay.
Damn.
Alright. Okay.
Those fishy guys could have turned the tables and started munching on those guys.
Okay, you're currently in a space built for about 3 people, and there are 7 people in there.
God.
I'll sit on the top of the port with my legs dangling inside, leaving the porthole thing open up top. I'm assuming it's on the top, not on the side or down below.
Yeah, it's on the top.
Rightio. So we've got air going in, and they've got an exit in case something else happens.
Okay.
Is the sea calm?
The sea is very calm. It's a beautiful day. The sunshine's burning down. By the way, Zap, you're sitting up on top, and you see the water begin to stir at the rear end of the capsule that's left, pretty much where the rest of the ship just went down. And
I'll tell the group this.
You look and you see a dark shape moving up towards the back of the capsule, and you see
we've got visitors. This is where the huge tentacled monster comes out and attacks us, guys. I saw it in the movie.
I was about to say, is this another Terran movie?
Yeah. Attack from the deep, or was it
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
Creature from the Black Lagoon? I'm not quite sure, but it's going to have tentacles.
What a horrible thought. Bear with me for a second. I've got a picture here, but I need to get it in place.
So I've got my snub-nosed pistol out because I didn't bring my shotgun.
Right, where's the picture?
And I'm going to try to lie on the flat of the roof, so to speak, of the capsule. So I've got some sort of either cover or something. I'm not a sitting target.
Yep,
I reckon we just get the hell out of here as quickly as possible.
Okay.
How fast can
When
this
did your
thing
ship get here?
I've already called. I've asked them to evac us out. I've basically said that this planet's declared war on us. So either one of two things is happening. They're either nuking it now, or they're sending someone down to get us the hell out of here.
Okay.
They're either nuking it now, or we'll get out alive.
Or we'll get out alive. we are talking about Aslanis here.
Right. I'm watching the broiling dark object as it's moving closer towards us. I've got my gun trained on it.
Okay, as you have your gun trained on it, a figure pops up. I'm just trying to get the... Where are we? I'm just trying to get the image in.
Yeah.
And I'm almost there.
I shoot... No.
It's Daryl Hannah.
Yeah. Quick, call off the nuke!
Call off the nuke! Quick!
Wrong movie!
Where are we?
No, it's the man from Atlantis. What was his name? Patrick Duffy. It's Patrick Duffy!
Oh no, he's got Patrick Duffy for a leg.
I shoot straight away. Bang, straight between the eyes.
That's where I need it to be. Right, we're very, very close to having the image up now. I love the way that on the Fantasy Grounds website it says, and, oh yes, by the way, you will have swiftly be able to place images into the program at any time. It took me ages to find the friggin' thing. Right, there we go. There's my pictures folder. There it is. And where's the image I just picked up? There it is there. You see a figure pop up from the water. And it's not Daryl Hannah.
You're ruining the ambiance.
It's not Daryl Hannah.
No, here we go. No, my God, it is Daryl Hannah. No.
It's not Daryl Hannah.
It's Ariel.
That's the chick you had to save. See, she's not dead. She can hold her breath.
Is it Patrick Duffy?
Wow. Okay. Shit, they're good at holding their breath.
Except she was an Iceland.
As the figure raises herself out of the water, she looks towards you and smiles and then sort of waves at you as if to follow her.
I sort of go. We might have a possible trying to make peas. There's a half-naked female, I think she has half a fish body, and she seems to be waving and smiling at me. What do I do? I can shoot her.
Wave back.
I have waved back.
Don't
Smile.
volunteer for karaoke.
Smile? What if she wants to know my number?
Oh, God.
No. Okay, someone needs to get up here. Quick, come on. Who's got liaison?
I'll join him before he has a complete panic attack.
Are we getting out of here, or are we sticking
Okay,
about?
Can't see your bloody ship
get a
yet, I
message
say.
back. You now get a message back. We need more information. We need to know what's happened before we can start an international incident.
We have just had our ship sabotaged. The outcome of, and I've just been attacked by one of the pilots. I believe that it was an assassination attempt.
What's your intention? What's your intelligence? Sorry.
My intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Die.
Okay. You know that you're here because you're a deniable asset.
Yep. Oh my God.
So it doesn't matter. You got carte blanche.
Yep.
They'll deny you were ever there.
But they need
Alright.
proof of what happened to this girl. They accept what you're saying. You can tell from the language that they're using that they accept what you're saying and that there's something more going on here, but they can't do anything until they have proof of what happened to the girl.
Right. Okay.
Because you're talking about an Aslani ship in an alien system opening fire on a native planet.
If I thought the Islani wasn't going to come...
Yeah, I have intelligence of 5. And
I didn't know there were such pussies.
What's your education?
Education is 8.
You'd know the repercussions of such an action.
Yeah. Okay. Well, basically, I say, look, there's been an assassination attempt on my life and my friends. Can we please have evac out of here?
Yes. Okay, that's affirmative. I'll send down a ship's boat.
Cool.
Okay.
I keep waving and smiling at the female. Hurry up and get up here.
Oh dear God! We'll go and have a look.
Okay, you go have a look and you see a half-naked female with a fishtail.
I'll just go. I look at her and just go, "Who are you?"
She just smiles and beckons for you to follow her.
In another movie I saw, there was...
I've already been trying...
I'm probably resisting the urge not just to kick him off the boat when he mentions the word movie again.
I just want to point out 2 things. The things that exploded.
She ducks under the water again momentarily, and she comes up and she places a couple of bits of coral on the back of the
A
ship.
limpet line.
A couple of bits of
Couple of
coral.
bits of coral.
Yes.
Okay, I'll reach out and look at one. I've got my Vex suit on.
Okay, you reach out and you look at one. It's about, I don't know. It's you hold it quite easily within your hand, and she looks at you and she motions for you to put it in your mouth.
Oh, trippy.
Oh, I smell nicely at her and keep on waving. I
Put
think
everything
she's
else in your
insane.
mouth. So
She wants me to start eating coral.
What?
I know. So I gesticulate, I go coral in mouth, and then I go to my butt, point out and go, ow, ow. What did she do?
She looks at you and she points to her mouth, and then she puts her hands over her breasts and she takes a deep breath in and then
Okay,
points
so
downward.
coming on to me, guys. What do I do? Fondling her breast.
In another,
I think-
in another entertainment I've seen, there was a guy called Zap who was hopeless with women.
I'm role-playing my guy.
See, now that's a Shakespeare play.
Okay, taking an odd leap of faith, totally out of character, I'll lift up my helmet, chuck the coral in, and jump
Okay.
into the water.
And,
Something you can't breathe.
Because Zach's embarrassed with women, but he's not stupid.
okay. You place the coral in your mouth, it's just perfectly mouth-sized, and you can't swallow it or do anything like that, but as you hold it in your mouth, as you breathe the water, it's only letting the oxygen through and separating the hydrogen.
Nice.
Well, I come up on I felt the water and I said, it's a rebreather.
you take it out first, or you just say,
It's a rebreather.
Can you ask the native whether she's seen the diplomat's daughter?
Hang on. Have you seen the diplomat's daughter?
Have you seen
I do
someone
this
like me?
above water
I'm going
levels.
to,
Have you seen an Aslani? Have you seen someone like me?
I'll grab one of those bits of coral and jump in with her.
Okay, no worries. She goes back down, seeing that there are more of you looking out at her. She comes back up and she puts another few on top of the desk.
Right. Okay, I think we need to go as a group. And sorry, my Aslan friend, but you're going to get very wet.
I'm going to get back in contact with the boat, the ship, and basically say that we've just made contact with another race on world, and we believe that I believe I might be able to follow up with this. Can they belay the ship's boat?
Certainly. We will
And,
stay in orbit and close by, just in case you need immediate evacuation.
Thank you. All right, I'll pop the coral in my mouth and squint a bit and jump into the water.
And as they get in the water, I'm just going to remind them, don't forget about the tentacles. Put my snub pistol away because I don't know if it works well underwater, and I'll just.
Sorry, I had an incident to deal with.
No worries, Neil. Not a problem.
So we're
Okay.
underwater?
Well, you're beginning to swim underwater. You see the woman sort of is completely and utterly native in the water, obviously. She turns and she swims quite a distance quickly, and then she realises she has to slow down and turn towards you. But she keeps motioning towards you, as if to follow me, and she sort of keeps swimming and leads you. Probably, you're not entirely certain how far, but these things also seem to adjust your pressure in your bodies as well. to a certain degree. They seem to be quite advanced technology as you realise that every one that you pick up, although it looked like a piece of coral, is exceptionally similar in the way, shape and form that they're designed. As she follows you, she makes sort of no noises. She only sort of makes motions and this way and that way and all that sort of stuff. Neil's dropped out again. Jeez. Dropped out a lot tonight. And you spend perhaps 10 minutes swimming, following her along, before you start to make out dark shapes from below you. And she seems to get quite excited, and she sort of does a bit of a loop-the-loop in the water, as if, I don't know, she's waiting for you to arrive. And as you move slightly up towards her, you see that these dark shapes that are coming out of the water below you, they're much larger than her. But then you see that they are actually a lot of these Lethen swimming upward. And underneath the arms of each one of them, they have bodies.
Oh my god. Okay.
They have Aslani bodies, they have Varg bodies, they have Kukri bodies, they have Hivers, they have drawing bodies, they have Villani bodies.
Oh my
You
god.
look down and you see the water below you is becoming completely dark with the shapes of these creatures. As you see, from your perspective, hundreds, if not thousands, of these merman-like creatures, the Lethen, coming up, dragging body after body after body of aliens, all in varying states of decomposition.
Are they, as they're coming up, are they aggressive to us, or are they...
Are they looking to add to the collection, or...?
It's almost like they're displaying them.
Well,
Guys, I'm recording, if I can.
You can.
This. I'm recording all of this. Can I find the diplomat's daughter amongst the bodies?
Okay, you have a look down. There are just too many bodies to be able to be certain. You would have to go through them all, and by now you are absolutely certain there are thousands of these Lethen coming up. And then you can see as the light's filtering through the water above that one of them carries something completely unknown to you, something completely unseen. And you see that the ones down below are struggling the most to swim upward. And you see maybe 100, 150 of them are swimming up with bodies that look like this. Where are we? They're variants of... Come on. Oh god, I'm in the Hangout trying to click on things again. Hang on. They're variants of this.
whoa.
What the hell?
And this.
Whoa!
Okay. Like Android kind of things.
The first ones are definitely robotic. The second one's more almost, more Android-like.
Android.
No replicants, no replicants. I saw it in a movie.
You can see the first ones, the more metallic ones, are definitely weapons of war. You're not 100% certain about the others.
So what are they doing? They're displaying these for us, or are they bringing them to us, or?
No, they're not bringing them to you. They're bringing them up to a certain depth, and then they just sort of laying back and trying to maintain their height. And they're just showing you the bodies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow.
That's freaky.
That's very freaky. Well, I'm recording all of
Note
this.
yourself, don't throw up or else I'll drown.
Yeah. I'm recording all of this, and I'll swim up to the the woman that originally made contact with us, and I'll make like a thanking motion towards her.
Okay, well, hang on a minute. Let me go to the Hangout. What sort of thing is a thanking motion?
A thanking motion.
Yes.
Hang on. Where are we going to go? Thank you.
As you do that, she grasps your hands and pulls them apart. She leans in and she kisses you.
Oh, to you.
As she kisses you, your mind is suddenly filled with images. Okay? The images are of the Lethan swimming around something, a large crystalline building. Somewhere below, you get the feeling it is. The large crystalline building is shaped in the form of a four-way dildo, seeing that that's the description I like the most. And as they swim down, they get closer and closer, and you can see suddenly these metal creatures, the ones built for war, suddenly swarm out of the building and they start killing Lethan left, right, and centre. You can see the more android-like beings dragging bodies out and just tearing strips of flesh on them, and their bodies are screaming Aslani or creatures Villani are dying. They're just being taken out into the pressure and being allowed to decompress while they're having strips of flesh ripped off them. And each one of these android creatures are lifting back their visor, and you see that there's just an empty space in their visor, and they're placing the samples of flesh within their faces, and they're moving back into the buildings. You see one of the Lethans, you're assuming now that it's this woman that's kissing you, gets close enough that you actually look through the crystalline structure, and you can see that there is a water-filled area that looks like this to one end of it. Oh god, I'm in the hangout again. Got to get out of that habit. Okay, it looks like this filled to one end. In each of the corners, you assume that there is something like this. It appears to be a shrine. And you can see that they're in each of these circular areas on this diagram. Is a filled water shrine, and in the areas that aren't, so these square areas, you can see rank and file of these robotic creatures. The building itself, you realise, is like maybe a mile from one point to another point, like that.
Okay.
And it is chock-a-block full of robots. You can also see humans moving about them. And you can see vehicles, space vehicles, that are boarding these robots.
Okay.
Right.
Nuke them from water, the only way to be sure.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
an excellent
So did I see any of the fell in that image?
Okay, you saw some humans moving about, but we need somebody to make an education check. 2d6 underneath their education.
Oh, okay. I got a 12.
I'll give prep.
Okay.
Okay, ooh. Let me just.
Oh, fail horribly.
Okay.
No. What? What?
What?
Huh?
You can have
There's
a roll.
another naked ape.
Zap.
Yeah. I did, but it didn't do it. Here we go.
Okay.
God, I didn't realise how low my education is. I'm an idiot.
he made it to kindergarten, just.
Oh, well, I'm a knight. I don't need it. Peasants need to go to school. I just need to lord it over them.
Zap, you realise that some of the insignia on these ships that are loading up the robots, and you can see that they're taking off with them. Like, I mean, they're shooting out into the water and they're taking off, etc., etc. These are memories that you're reliving. You can see that some of the symbols on these ships are known to be, and because you're so worldly and been out amongst the system and whatnot, there many of the ships are actually from mechanist planets.
Radio. Well, I'll try to convey that to the rest of the team as best I can underwater and with a hunk of coral in my mouth.
Okay, well, she releases Seeker anyway, and then she pushes you upward and points, and then she does the whole. Hang on a minute, I need to get my screen share rid of. She then does the whole to you.
Oh, okay.
And the rest of the Lethen simply let go of the bodies that they're holding, and they begin to swim back down into the darkness.
Okay, well, I think it's time to hit the surface. All right, let's get to the surface, and I'm going to contact the. Yeah, let's get to the surface, and we'll get the ship boats to kind of evac us out of here.
Okay. You do get to the surface. You find the ship still waiting there. The pilot's still waiting there, worried about you.
Okay.
Rafina is sort of sitting there waiting for you to arrive back so he can take you back if you need sort of shipment, but at the same time the ship's boat comes down and it swoops you all up.
Cool.
And that, my friends, is that.
Oh, wow.
That is the end of the night's gaming.
Wow. Okay. So basically, synopsis: we've got mechanists who are trying to ruin religious fanatics' tourist planet.
Oh no! You saw Fel Six. You saw members of the Fel religion moving amongst the mechanists as well. They were the ones organising the robots and moving them on board.
So hang on, I thought the mechanists and the Fel were in conflict.
Well, they are at times, but the Fel generally support the mechanists' ideals. The mechanists don't agree wholeheartedly with the. Well, politically and openly, they don't agree with the extremist notions that they have against aliens, etc.
But they're both xenophobic.
Well, no, the mechanists, as far as you know, aren't. But the one thing that is common to both of them is they are outnumbered by the traditionalists, and both of them hate them.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to take all my footage and everything, and I'll hand it over to my superiors in the Aslani armed services.
Okay, no worries. And in the coming sort of weeks, I will do some details about what begins to happen because of those findings.
Cool. And then we nuked it from orbit.
Well, they're not going to nuke it from orbit.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I was doing the aliens quote.
Yeah, I know. They're going to take that information and they're going to. There's going to be some stuff that happens, but yeah.
Star Trek?
Well, nuking from orbit is classed as stuff.
Star Trek is stuff.
Oh dear. Wow. That's kind of blown my mind a bit. I'm just trying to figure out the machinations of that.
It's all the grey. The grey, I tell you.
It'll become a bit clearer, but I'll give you the information now that essentially the mechanists and the Fel 6 have allied against the traditionalists. Who are the ones that control the Barthoon system.
The Villani colony that you spoke of earlier, which sort of side of the fence religiously do they tend to sit on?
Religiously?
Sorry?
Religiously, what?
Which side of the fence of the three would they be sort of more likely to align with?
You're pretty much going to find that most of the aliens will ally with the traditionalists once they find out what's happening.
No,
Especially-
I mean before all this. Before all this.
Oh, before all this, they
Yeah.
sided with the mechanists
Okay.
wholeheartedly.
Okay.
In fact, they had shared many technologies with them, but then it was the Villani that also tried to snatch up
Oh, yeah.
the ancients' jump ship because they actually knew it was there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Far out. I think we're going to have ourselves a serious civil war on our hands.
Cool.
There are already a lot of civil wars occurring because of the traditionalists' neglect to move forward. A lot of people side with the mechanists because the mechanists are quite possible. Possible. The mechanists are quite popular in this situation in that they are advocating moving forward. That a lot of the races that are around them, their technology strips them, blind. They just look at them and they go, "Wow." There is only one tech level. There's only one planet that's above, I think, tech level 12 in Barthoon's system, and the mechanists really want to keep that into motion and go, hey, we need to get with the program here. We need to start punching some things out, doing some development. They've now got an Ancients jump facility up and operational because they have backward engineered the cube device that Zap destroyed.
Damn.
And essentially the mechanists have a lot of sympathy, whereas the traditionalists have the power, and so a lot of the people are going, hey, you may have the power, but you're not listening to us. And so pretty much every planet that's actually listed as amber or red alert is actually in the process of being inside that they're in that position where civil war is beginning to break out because of the traditionalists.
So what we really need to do is create an environment where we either end up with traditionalists or traditionalists.
It's a hard decision on who to side with, but that'll be part of what next is. The next game, which will be in a couple of months' time, the next game will be a war game. There will be war. There will be war breaking out.
Oh, not striker rules.
There will be a huge war breaking out, and you will have a part to play in it. You can play the same characters, or you can play different characters. Just letting the New Zealander know that
What's that? Where's he gone?
I'm out of Tasmania.
That'd be cool.
So I hope you enjoyed it. I know it sort of ended on that's a bit of a puzzler, but I sort of kind of
That's great.
that.
No, it's good to end like that.
Whatever it's called, roll the D20 replacement. What is it called?
Yeah, I'm thinking though, by the time that we play our next game, because Tom doesn't have access to Fantasy Grounds, I'll move it back to Roll20 and probably design my...
I've got a couple of weeks to upgrade.
I'm not going to force him to upgrade to playing a Traveller game.
There's probably a patch or a fix or something that will get it to work on an XP machine.
No, well,
it's not that. It's just there's just the onboard graphics thing isn't good enough to run off the new stuff.
The easy side of this is...
The fix is my graphics card.
The easy side of this is the next time that we play Roll20, we'll have character sheets up and operational.
Oh, have you been testing them out at all, Mark?
I've had a bit of a play with one and stuff like that, but I haven't had a lot of time with it. They look good though.
Yeah, and they're pretty flexible. You can build your own.
Yeah, well, you can build your own, and that's kind of the key that I'll do. I might build a character sheet for Classic Traveller if nobody else has. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm sort of going, if we get there and nobody's created the Classic Traveller one, then I'll go in and do the hard yards for it and get it done. Because really, it doesn't have to be a character generator. It just has to be a character sheet. And I can,
I
actually have an operational.
Make them, but they're ugly, and you can't really move them from thing to thing, can you? So campaign.
That's exactly right. Well, I can do it with every campaign because I've got the transmogrifier. But, but the new character sheets that are coming out are much prettier and much more functional than the horrible, clunky, horrible old ones. Like, I mean, what I'll do is I'll create a base character sheet that has a template that basically says, okay, the same thing that Fantasy Grounds has here, which is, you know, it gives you, if we put all the data into it, then you can get the modifier out of it just with a single click.
Cool.
And that's sort of the thing that I like it for, and that's why I wanted to move this to Traveller. No, sorry, to Fantasy Grounds, because that's exactly what it does. But I'm not going to exclude players because I want to use a new tool.
How did you find Fantasy Grounds, by the way?
I love it.
Yeah.
When I reviewed Fantasy Grounds, I thought Roll20 is better. But in reality, Fantasy Grounds is slicker. It reduces the number of mouse clicks that I need to do to bring up stuff. It's not ambiguous in any way, shape or form in where to find things. Where Roll20, those horrible little icons that sit up in the top right, I keep sitting there going, which is the one that's got the character journals?
Yeah, it's not intuitive.
It's not intuitive, and then sort of like you've got the character journals on the same page that you've got your handouts on, and you've got to scroll all the way down there, whereas Fantasy Grounds is sort of like you go click, click, share, share, bang, and it's up. And I love that. So I've found, looking at it from a theoretical perspective, I thought it was okay, but no Roll20. From a practical perspective, I found it much reduces my time in-game.
I like how, I was going to say, I like with sharing stuff, I like how it creates a kind of bank of stuff. Like once you've shared information and it remembers throughout different sessions that you've shared, so these 5 pictures. So those 5 pictures, or those 5 handouts, always stay in the player's folder. They can access them again at any time. I like that. Yeah, sorry, go what you were saying.
No, well, I was pretty much going to say the same thing. It's a good system. I really like it. It's the downer of it is it's expensive.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I paid for the license.
The full license, the ultimate license. Yeah, that's what I did too, because I don't believe in making my players pay to play.
No.
And
how much is the full license, Mark?
140.
140.